to the Harbinger Tourney. Epic tale for the early adventurer. Last time we left off, our characters were left in the melee arena battling a dragon. Olivia discovered that the dragon had some red paint on it. William then held up a gem of brightness. Everything went white and bright. The dragon flew away. And then you saw the nearby mountains explode in a brilliant purple flame. And the clouds begin to coalesce around this purple energy. Everyone is in panic. There are screams, there are people running about, and you hear this voice that booms out across the wind. Your leaders betray you. Your end is nigh. All will fear me and know it is I, Lazarus, that brought your destruction. So you four are currently in the melee arena. You've just heard this and you've just seen this shocking display of this mountaintop exploding. Yeah. The clouds you can see nearby begin to coalesce around this and begin making almost like a tornado-esque landscape that then cascades up to the top. And you can see it's pulling these dark clouds, and within about 30 seconds, the whole landscape is about very, very dimly lit, where it was once bright and sunny. You can see everyone running about in panic. You see the guards that you were with in the melee arena hesitate, drop their flails. Some of them scramble them up and begin running towards the Conquest Keep, where you see a lot of other individuals running towards that way as well. You can make out in the chaos in the stands. You can see Hathlick with Jeremy pulling him aside, giving you a look like what is going on. And you see Fernando jumping over the rail and heroic strides bounding over towards you. What the hell is going on? What are we gonna do?
It's begun.
Yeah, you tell us, H-Man.
I feel like we all knew this was coming.
Say your prayers and bury your heads, friends.
Where is this Alcupine from? No, this is like
we all become different.
Shadow of the Deep Alcupine.
This is the darkest Alcupine.
So Fernando comes bounding over and he's hesitant. He doesn't know what to do and he's looking to you for guidance and help. And you can see other people just running off in all directions. You can see there's a few guards and you see beyond where the top of Jakar Lovelace and a few of the other leaders begin shepherding off. And you can hear horns blowing in the distance. And you can hear the rustle of armor and weapons being drawn as well, as you see a few guards begin going the opposite direction from Conquest Keep towards the north, essentially, where the purple light is coming from.
Right.
This is a clear division, and you can see beyond now comes back onto the top and begins pointing towards guards, yelling at them, take the left flank, head that way. And he commands a few guards and patrols to go to separate areas. And he looks to you four with Fernando there. You 4, 5. If we can use all the help we can, head to the north if you want. We need you all fighting today.
We'll do this, but not for you.
We're doing it for ourselves.
We're doing this because we want to.
Beyond doesn't even take mind of what you said. You can see he's in his element as he commands a few soldiers around him and he goes marching off. The melee arena now hosts about 20 or 30 people, some just carrying with their children. And just you can see in the peripherals up to the top this brilliant purple spire just cascading to the top.
It's weird that Bjorn's kind of hot when he's working.
No, it is extremely weird.
What would you like to do?
Well, can we huddle up for a second?
All right, group huddle. This is a very wonky huddle.
I don't like this at all.
So, we could
Fight.
leave.
Okay, you know what?
Alright.
No, stop. We have options. Leave. We'll put that in the maybe pile. Fight. Also very maybe.
Maybe. That's a strong maybe.
Could we stay like near the palace or near the church?
Did you mean hide?
Well, yeah, if everyone flees town, could be our chance to sort of
Hot loot?
snoop. And loot.
Morally
loot.
When have we ever done anything good?
Yes.
We picked up Jeremy and then we immediately abandoned him. The only thing we've ever been right by is Puck.
Where is Jeremy?
Where's Park?
Puck and
Priorities.
Jeremy, you saw Jeremy was with Hathlick. Puck is nowhere to be seen at this point. All you see is Fernando there just looking at you for...
Okay. Where's Park?
Fucking Fernando.
I don't know, I was just in the stands and he was on Hathlick's shoulder and then he must have flown off in the confusion.
He's probably going with Hathlick.
Most likely. I mean,
I think we should spend the next couple of hours putting our efforts to the best use, and if that's going up north and that's fighting where it is there, then I say we do that.
but what are we even fighting? I mean,
A spirit, a demon, death itself, maybe the devil. We don't know, but we know it's dark and we know that it's coming for us. So which side are you on?
roll a persuasion check.
And with that, I think
We
I'm inspired.
I start running towards the north, and like it takes me a few seconds to realize what I'm doing. I'm like, oh,
Wait.
are we all?
roll a persuasion check. Just
Oh,
just
roll
to
a
see.
persuasion.
You have. You persuade me.
Yeah.
Just for Fernando.
You've persuaded
Because you can see Fernando is, he's...
Not sure what
He's
to
not
do.
sure.
That's 17.
17.
Minus a couple.
No, you did describe his actions as heroically bounding over the barricade. So what did he do? He heroically bounded over and goes, "What are we doing?"
You like the idea of running
That
away,
sounds like
but
Fernando.
at your words, he
Alright. To the north!
yes,
Let's go.
let's go do what we need to do.
Or
No,
Your
say
place.
right.
Should we
Give it a
get
crack.
horses? Will it be faster if we get horses?
Yes.
Will the guy at the stables potentially have fled, meaning that the horses are free?
As you say that, you hear a slight trotting amongst the grass as you see bounding in, jumping over the smoke that is, clearing in this general area. Vondal and a few of his horse pals come in and trot up next to you.
You came back.
We heard that you needed help. We've come to assist. And he lowers his head very deeply towards both you two, and a few horses also come next to him.
I wish I could understand a fucking word this pony's saying.
Sounds inspiring.
Sure.
And I, very offensively, I'm like, yes.
and everyone looks around like, let's not touch it.
Yeah, so just like I'm so sorry. She doesn't know what she's saying.
We'll talk to her.
So there's 4 horses.
I got in the Clydesdale.
I get on the back of the... No, I'm going to get on my friend. I was going to say I could share a horse if...
No, get on Vund.
We got heaps of horses.
No, there's 4 horses.
So as you go to your horses, Fernando just stands there.
Get on one of the.
Oh, you get on with me!
Hey.
Fernando, what do
Get
you
on
think?
any of them.
Gets on top. He brings out his little lute and he gets behind you, starts playing a little sick tune.
Oh.
Through fire and flame.
Anyway, he's wonderful.
You two, if you like, there's 2 mounts for you as well.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Yeah, I'm getting on a horse.
yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone
I have
roll.
no
Yeah,
special
no,
connection. to
Everyone
it.
roll an animal handling check with advantage.
Oh man.
Right now, you're gonna find out.
Jesus.
With advantage, that's good because that was a 1.
Yeah, true.
And that's not.
What
a
is
lot
animal
better.
handling stat?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. 12.
10.
17.
Fish.
17.
15.
15? What do you get, William?
17.
17. Oh, phenomenal. So you all get on the horses and you begin trotting out of the arena.
I'm the best of it.
You
Yeah.
manage, you can feel
Oh,
the
that's
horses leading the
surprising.
way, but you do manage, to move
Like a
them
Ouija
across.
board.
Yeah, exactly. As you exit the arena, you can see people running just in every direction. You can see people clambering over, grabbing their
Pick one
belongings.
direction.
Most of them run towards the keep.
Away from the volcano.
A few of them run away towards Port Thurn,
Yeah.
and you can hear bells in the distance tolling. As you can see Port Thurn slightly ablaze.
Oh, shit.
It's our wedding with our destiny.
So you 4 or 5 trot out,
Sure, man.
and you can
think so.
see the general trade district is in just chaos. People running about. You can see Hathlick just between the houses with Jeremy. Just look to you 5 and just give you a curt nod before he dashes away with Jeremy
And
to the nearby alleyway. You don't see Puck.
Buck's gone to fight a dragon, guys.
Yikes.
As we trot...
Where
Has
would you
any-
like to go?
Oh.
You see a few guards heading, going towards Clammigrations, and then they get orders from someone who seems to be, commanding them where to go, and then they start moving towards the north. You're not too sure where, but they move in groups of about 5 to 10.
Alright, can we go up to the person sort of signing where do people go?
Yeah.
I go up to him and I say, where are we needed?
You 4 wish to fight? That's good.
5. I mean, yeah.
5, sorry, you 5 would like to fight.
That's fine.
Head to the north. I'm not too sure what we're facing, but if that is where the mountains are, then I assume that's where they're going to be coming from.
That's fair enough. That's a good assessment.
So,
You're pretty good. How long have you been at it? leading the military.
This isn't the time.
No, yeah, I appreciate that. No, but you just seem very natural at it. Anyway.
Maybe when this is
Said
all
the
over,
north.
we can get a drink.
Yeah,
Now.
no, you said the north. Yeah, let's go.
All right. Yeah, that way.
Cool.
You better get a number before, because otherwise.
Oh
you
no,
might
I was genuinely.
He was being nice.
I was just being nice.
Okay.
Not all being nice is flirting. I tell him.
He gives you the slightest look that points to the purple beam.
Yeah, no, we'll go with the purple beam. Guys, I swear to God, they're always trying to get meaning out of stuff that's not there. Anyway, where are we?
So you begin trotting towards the north. If you've got the map there, you can see that you're heading
Secret
generally
objective, get Gregory out
past
of
the
there.
Royal Tent,
Yeah.
past the
We have
jousting
a little,
grounds
like,
towards the north.
love track on
Wait, so that's, it's 17, yeah?
Yeah, you're heading towards there. So you're heading like towards the top left corner of the map.
Are we sure we shouldn't like see Lovelace or anyone?
Nah,
first?
fuck it.
Okay.
That well is that well is
As
exhausted.
you
Yeah,
begin
we
trotting
I
up,
guess.
you can see the purple energy a bit more clearly now. For those who like to look at it, you can roll a perception check.
I
If you wanna-
refuse.
Come on.
I hate the colour purple.
No, natural 20.
I got a 14.
14.
11.
15.
So,
pretty wise.
Gregory,
Oh, 19.
as you're trotting up and you're just surveying the general atmosphere, you look up and you can see there's a point where the purple energy seems to be flooding out of a hole in the mountain top. You can just make it out between the flickers of energy that it seems to be originating from somewhere within the mountain, but it definitely seems to be not coming from like the very top or at least
And would you
around
say
it.
because of my incredible role that I would probably be able to discern where it is more specifically once we get closer to the mountain? Like I'll be able to recall generally where it is.
We'll say you can, while you're heading towards this general area, you'll be able to make sure you get to probably the best place to approach the
To
mountain.
approach the mountain.
If you
Just
want to
because
get
of the
closest
20.
to it.
Yeah.
You begin heading up. You can see
One of the
now
best, yeah.
there are about, in your general vision, 100 or so. You can imagine maybe about 400 to 500 armored guards. Now they seem to be collaborating to a certain point, forming a concave around what seems to be an approaching thing. You can't make out exactly what it is, but it seems to be a line on the horizon, and it bobs up and down. A bit like when it's a bit hot, you can see it shimmering in the distance. You can see that, and it is quite dark, so no one can really make it out. You see behind this concave a few archered guards knocking arrows as well. You can see mages bringing down fire pits and casting fire into it, illuminating the battlefield, and they're dipping their arrows into it to ready them to shoot over.
That's cool.
You can see beyond on a horseback with two other commanders as well. You notice the armor that they wear is both Borun, Vin, and Lorien. Green, gold, and purple.
Together, man.
And you can see they all stand a formidable force.
Try to tear them apart.
About 400 of
It's
them.
teamwork, it's love.
You see to the
And
right a few common folk, villagers perhaps, bring up pitchforks as well, what they could find. Someone has a little
It's
roller.
not Frankenstein,
Kitchen roll.
guys.
Some of them come to help in any
Maybe it is,
capacity
I
they
don't
can.
know.
Lauren is their
It's
home.
like Dunkirk.
There's about 100 of those particular individuals who seem to be forming, gaps where
And Tom
the guards
Hardy.
are. You can see next to beyond, you can see a familiar figure, Magus Urel. Currently just stands there looking out across the battlefield. She seems to be darting her vision across to multiple locations as if she's checking the mage towers. And you can see them off into the distance, where once a beautiful green dial now seem to be fluctuating ever so slightly. You finally see as well, amongst this area, the Dawn Guard as well, who seem to be approaching from the side, and they give you a curt nod as well, as the remaining three of them...
Curt nods.
Yes. So many curt nods. They head up to the right side as well, and you also see
It's like fucking Star Wars.
That was a soft nod, man. Come on.
Amos and Ammon as well, and they seem to be moving between the soldiers, seeming to check their gear to make sure everything's strapped on, that they have supplies and everything like that.
Who never checks
Hey.
my gear?
It's
Before we...
awkwardly quiet. As much as all the people you can see in this general vision, it seems to be very tense. For most of you, probably never seen such a presence before, and the atmosphere is one of just pure dread.
Is there a
That's
national anthem? Do we all know a song?
Oh my god, amazing.
No,
I
because
think- I
it's
think we should
it's
start.
Borun,
And
Vin,
also
and Dorian.
the
They're all
20
three...
Lorien.
The 20 Alexandra's Might heroes that you managed to convince to stay behind,
Yeah.
they are littered within the ranks as well, and you can see
That's
a few of the guards seem to be somewhat relieved that heroes of their caliber are with them.
Do we see that gal who we were trying to convince before?
Oh god.
Which one?
Sarah?
Yeah, the person who we were like trying to convince to get no one to come. You know how we convinced the Enigma to leave some people, and then we talked to his staff, last episode?
Yeah. So the 20 of them that stay
Yeah.
behind. that
Right.
can go.
Is she there? Like, is the person?
Yeah.
there?
No, you did.
Can we talk to her? Can we like get her?
If you like, I mean, they all seem to be waiting and waiting for something.
Yeah, cool. Let's go talk to.
I kind of want to start a low gnome-ish song.
Or like it's like Wolf of Wall Street. Remember this one? Remember that scene from Wolf of Wall Street?
And there's like,
is this doing anything for like bard stuff or?
Dragon
It's
fire
so
can't
melt
melt
Lovelace.
Lovelace. Dragon
Fire
fire can't
can't
melt
melt
Lovelace.
Is it catching on?
Dragon fire can't melt Lovelace.
Huzzah!
Dragon fire can't melt Lovelace.
Wait, pick a
roll a persuasion check.
Alright.
Roll a persuasion check.
to see if people fucking join in.
In our stupid propaganda song.
It's beautiful. That's an natural 9.
Yeah,
Organic.
the best I can give you there is an 11.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13.
13.
So as
So you
we
begin chanting this low, and it begins to catch on, and you can see a few of the guards seem to smile and smirk at the idea of such a funny statement, and it does alleviate them slightly.
Oh,
Aw.
A funny statement. It was meant to be serious.
They-
be stirring.
It's
Serious
stir
is
everybody
great.
up into this rousing song, and like the sound of our humanoid voices alone is going to
And
crush
it
thing.
slowly begins to catch on. You can see it travel down the concave, and a few.
And
of
maybe
them
if not,
yell it.
you see the old cranky man who's been at their heels all day. He was a soldier. It's so hard in the army. And you see at the corner of your eye, he's slightly tapping his feet. He's just slightly tapping his feet, and it shows, and he's human as well. And he'll be the first to die.
So what happens next?
You are welcome to do what you like.
Let's go talk to the
Currently,
people.
I say we go talk to Magus Uriel. Who's like
Yes.
the only good person.
We walk
in
up
this
to
entire
Uriel.
camp.
So Uriel, looking between the towers, seems to be just
Imagine.
trying to remember something. And she sees the five of you walk over. Oh, it's good to see you. Thank you for
Yes,
joining
it
us. I don't know what to do. Nothing seems to be coming at this point. We can see something on the horizon, but
The best defense is a good offense, Magus
I
Uriel.
mean, yeah, should we go investigate? That seems like it would be pretty heroic.
We're
didn't
still-
you mention something in that journal you had?
Yeah, it's a false flag attack.
There was
I don't know what that means, but
Good
the
flags.
journal you found.
it's the bad flag.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we've
About
got it here.
Lazarus?
I have it. I pull it out.
You flick through the pages and you notice there was a point about cultists behind a waterfall. It's actually in between them.
That's right.
Oh.
I remember the word.
And Magistrel kind of peers over as you're reading the book. If anything's to be coming, it's probably coming from there. It's so where the map is.
Yeah, the
Right.
on the map.
Open up.
She's doing her best.
She was just like, maybe it'll be here. Maybe Julian would have like Easter egged it inside my own sheet.
On a character sheet.
But yeah. So there's a point somewhere north of them, somewhere near the mountain.
We rest behind a waterfall and provided me much enjoyment in my youth. If anybody is hiding in Gatshadow, it'd be there.
Let's go.
Uriel kind of points to that, and if you're willing, you could check that out. I know that the Enigma and 20 of his soldiers went to the base of the mountain. Perhaps they're still there. If you head to the left and past the concave, I'm sure you'll have enough cover.
All right. Well, I'm
Let's
down
go see the Enigma, I guess.
to clown.
All right. Well, best of luck. And,
Thanks.
Uriel, just so you know, we think the Enigma's probably been...
Okay. So if we don't come back, it's because the entirety of the Dawn. Who are they?
The Enigma's crew plus us.
Alexandra's might have been turned into mind-controlled. Is it a mind?
Zombies.
No, it's like a little.
It's because
minion.
we've fallen under the spell.
Yeah.
If we don't return.
Of like a mind flayer or something.
Like,
It's a
what's
mind-
his
if the
face?
situation develops and we don't return, be prepared to fight us.
Yeah.
In mind control form. I know how.
And I whisper in her
difficult that will
ear, I'm afraid of spiders.
be.
she's about to say something, but you hear someone call to the very side, "Something's approaching!" And Magistrel kind of says, Go now.
I ready my stick.
As everyone else starts to run off, and you're... We're gone.
No, I get on my horse, but my stick's really ready to fight a demonic entity
I
or
don't have a
whatever.
magic item either.
As you complain, I start polishing my wand of wonder
Magistral tells you to go now.
with my gem of brightness.
Okay,
go.
we go.
Now.
As you begin
Look
to
how
go
we
left
go.
of the concave, you can see just over the horizon that shimmering form seems to be more solid. As you make out this approaching horde of what seems to be undead. And it marches towards the concave ever so slowly.
And that'll do it.
A chord, like a musical chord, like they're singing back to us.
No.
Oh.
But they begin to approach
Dragonfire
very
can
slowly.
melt love.
Dragonfire can't melt Lazarus.
You see beyond, just look off to the distance as you're going across the concave, you can see archers now prepare the arrows and raise them up and a volley is released. And it goes into the distance and you can see it. And you see things fall to the ground, but they get back up as they begin walking towards
knocked
the
down.
concave.
Back up again.
The
Thanks,
concave begins
Chumbawamba.
to move forward ever so slowly, and you can hear a few of them begin to chant the familiar tune they just heard. Dragon fire.
Motherfucker.
And they begin marching towards with that tune.
20 years later, that song is accredited to
And
me.
they move forward, and you slowly move to the left and break away as you can hear the beginning of fighting to the right.
Can we see any of like the faces of the undead horde that look familiar?
Yeah,
at all?
roll a perception check.
Oh no, that's never good.
Uh-oh.
That's that's 22. So
Yeah,
that's
that-
pretty good.
That's not gonna do it.
12.
Who would that be that you... You notice one of the faces... Oh, no one, because it wouldn't be... Oh, yes, you do.
Oh no.
Yeah, you notice one of the orcs from the orcs that you fought on the western tower. It was caged up.
Oh.
You don't recognize his face, but you think an orc amongst a myriad of seemingly undead. You think that looks to be the one that was in one of the cages.
Is
Ellie
it-
Pine goes into her bag and gets out that ball of human flesh and examines it.
To see what's wriggling.
From the wagon,
Yeah, because it was from the wagon.
It's turned into jerky by
it's
this point.
moving ever so slightly.
Ew!
Cool.
It's
cool,
like an undead
cool.
crystal ball.
Cool. I whisper, "What are your secrets?"
And it whispers back.
It's a foot, yeah?
Meat.
What is it? A foot?
It's just meat. You
Oh,
see-
it's
It
just
was
meat.
a ball of flesh.
Oh.
Like I asked it what its secrets
No, it's
were.
like tensing a little bit. It
Okay.
doesn't reply.
Wait, does your magic rabbit have to live in your bag with that ball of flesh?
My magic rabbit is that ball of flesh.
Oh,
I'm just very
no.
delusional.
Okay.
What were you going to say, William?
I don't remember. That was really gross.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that
Do you need a bucket?
So you head to the north. It takes about half an hour to reach the base of the Shadowed Highlands. Following the directions from the journal, you find your way to what seems to be a small outcropping. You can hear the rushing water of the waterfall nearby. Moving closer towards the mountain, you can see the top seems to be erupting violently as this purple energy keeps cascading out. You look behind you and you can see the whole of the Harbinger Tourney before you, flames off into the distance from Port Thurn, and you can just make out the fighting off into the distance, and you can see a slowly retreating army move away as they try and keep their ground, but it seems they're not really having much luck. You can see elemental magic raging as well, as you can imagine some of the spellcasters there using their magic to help with the battle. You move forward, and as you do, you can hear you hear battle as well, and you hear the joining of swords against steel, and the roars of something that you're not too familiar with besides Gregory, and you recognize them, the roar of orcs. Moving through the forest, you can see in the outcropping, you can see at the base of the mountain where the waterfall is, 3 groups. There seems to be a group of orcs that are charging from the nearby forest towards hooded cultists, and you see Enigma's heroes as well, battling with cultists as well, seemingly joined in battle. But it seems to be a bit more of a brawl rather than a joint force. You see some of the orcs battling some of the Alexander's might, and they seem to be all just fighting one another.
So it's like a battle of 5 armies, you'd say.
About 3 maybe.
Well, I mean, just
They're about
cultural touch
50
on
to 70 feet from you, and you notice that a few of the heroes seem to be falling back, and you notice the cultists seem to be, using the magic. There seems to be about 50 to 30 cultists and about 10 to 20 orcs, and they're led by a larger orc that you notice as the chieftain that you met some time ago.
Oh.
What would you like to do? You can navigate the side if you like, or you can join the fray. It's up to you.
I say we kill some orcs.
I say we stop the mountain exploding.
Yeah, I say we save our strength and not
let's
get
skirt.
distracted by an orcish skirmish.
Keep it together, Greg.
Wait,
Yeah.
so is there's
Faster, Gregory,
three
kill,
forces at work in this book? There's orcs, there's Alexandra's Might, and
Cultists. Who seem to be guarding the base of the mountain, but they're obviously distracted.
What side are the orcs on?
They seem to be more attacking the cultists, but if one of the heroes gets close to them, they seem to lash out as well.
Oh, okay.
wait, how well did we know that orc chieftain?
Not very.
No, let's
Didn't
keep
we
moving.
free him? No, we took him. Yes, we did.
You took him to Magisterel, and that's all you heard from him.
Okay, no.
He was imprisoned by the cultists. We brought him back to Magisterel. He's now fighting the cultists. We could lead Alexandra's Might and the orcs together into the waterfall to crush whatever's in there.
Yeah, actually, you're right. All right, let's get in it.
Alright. We are only 4 extra
No
bodies though.
killing orcs. We can
can't kill
convince.
the orcs.
No, but we can convince the orcs
Wait,
to
hold on.
actually fight the cultists instead of getting all fucking messy and this
Hang
shit.
on,
yo.
we need to just give this a moment. You need to side with your greatest enemies. I know, this is the greatest sacrifice we've asked you to make.
Can the orcs be reasoned with though?
Yeah.
No, orcs can never be reasoned with.
I'm saying you have a bias, you need to stay out of this discussion.
Alright. I say we kill them all!
The cultists?
I don't see why we don't do both. Por qué no los dos, as that small girl said.
Can we... But the orcs are currently killing the cultists, so let's kill the cultists.
Okay, you know what? We'll kill the cultists.
Well, and when all this is over, Gregory,
Hold me back.
I will help you kill some orcs.
One or two. Just
I'll
one
kill...
or two.
I'll help... In fact, we can,
If some just
track
happen to
down
fall off
some particular orcs.
Yeah.
We could do a
But
holiday
right now-
episode.
But right now, we gotta stay focused.
Okay.
We'll have
You got
In
me
the
riled up.
face of greater evil.
For all that is good, let's kill some cultists.
Yeah, there's my boy.
How many
So-
cultists are there?
There's my big
There's
blue
about
boy.
30 to 50 of them. It is a warring battlefield. Like, it is...
Oh.
Yeah, it's not a small skirmish.
Oh, okay.
Hachi-machi.
I thought it was like 10 people, but okay, let's do
Oh,
it.
wow.
If
we
we
have
are
the
only 4
advantage.
extra bodies, I know we've just gone back from this discussion, but if we are only 4 extra bodies, are we better off just sneaking in?
Well, I mean, should we do some like quick diplomacy, get them like working on the same
They're
team?
currently in a battle.
It's a battlefield.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think...
I
Well,
don't think
You
we
say
should-
that, and you realize like none of them are obviously talking. They're literally locked in.
Yeah, there's not like a
Let's-
persuasion check we can do to...
Yeah.
And at this point, as you're discussing, you notice that the cultists seem to be pushing them back. It seems they're somewhat stronger than what you've ever seen them before. The energy of the mountain seems to be sustaining them in some. You see them
Okay.
take damages and wounds, and you notice that they seem to shrug them off ever so slightly.
All right.
Yeah, let's use our shit.
Let's pick off some cultists from a distance if we can.
Yeah, I'll use my stick to pick off cultists from a distance.
Okay, not everyone, all right, but some of us. Different strokes for different folks.
Well, okay, well then why don't we just stop the energy from the mountain? It might not be the same thing as Lazarus. It might not literally be Lazarus. We stop the energy from the mountain.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then
Let's go.
the
Alright,
let's
cultists
do it,
get
let's do
weaker,
it.
and then
Okay.
we kill them easier.
All right,
That's
let's
all I'm
go.
saying.
Okay.
Alright, let's do
yeah,
that
Let's
then.
go to the
makes narrative
waterfall.
sense.
Alright, let's go. Let's
We're going
go.
to there. After all that, I kick a rock in the general direction and walk off.
You guys move to the right near the waterfall, and you can notice there is it's about 20 to 30 feet long. It sprays down from an unknown source and flows back behind you towards the Kingdom Lorien. Where the water touches the banks, you can see an explosion of colourful plants are found. There are wagon impressions that are found dragging towards the back of the waterfall, and small passages can be seen between 2 large cliff faces that wind behind one another. There is an entrance.
Yeah.
Let's take it.
Can we investigate
Ooh,
it first?
Yeah.
Can we see if anyone's guarding it?
Roll,
enchantment.
Roll a persuasion check.
Yeah.
No, sorry, perception
Yeah, I was
check.
going to say persuasion.
Persuasion.
Mountain, can
I
we
got
go
an
in?
eight.
Give me the troll
Yes.
toll.
Nice.
That's a 25.
Yeah, 23.
That's, I mean, it's a natural 20, which is
Seven.
better than a 25.
So William, you're moving forward, looking down, and Alipine and Liver, you both catch him by the shoulder as you then stare down at some strange glyphs that have been carved into the rock face nearby where the entrance is. You recognize them as the same glyphs that were outside the front of the house in Port Thurn, the one that set off an alarm.
Oh. Okay.
Does anyone have any anti-glyph magic?
At this point, you've noticed and you could step around it. It's obviously put right into the middle, but you could.
Yeah,
Oh,
step around
okay,
it.
hey.
Step around it.
Hey guys, I have an idea of how to deal with this entire situation.
What is it?
And I go invisible.
Oh.
Alright, I go invisible. And I walk inside.
I make a jerk off motion to
Alright, I walk inside. What do I say, Julian?
Inside there's a small corridor.
Taking very good care not to step on any glyphs.
Inside is a small
I am
corridor
afraid of
which is
glyphs.
15 feet deep and about 3 feet wide, so it is quite narrow. There's a small light source that can be seen beyond an opening, and the water crashes behind you from outside, blocking all sound. So it's just this corridor which opens up into a space that you can't see beyond. It is quite dark. Although you have dark vision, you just can't see, obviously, the sides.
It's like an immersive experience.
Roll a perception check.
4D.
That
Oh, hell
landed
yeah.
on nothing. That's
dead set
That's
on
literally-
the Krakow.
oh no, that doesn't.
It doesn't count. It doesn't count.
That wasn't the crack. That was weird.
That's not much better. That is a 12.
You notice bloodstains on the side of the cave.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, that's the opposite of good.
How long does your invisibility last? Until the
A
end of your
minute.
turn?
Yeah, and I was.
Is it 6 seconds or is
We
it...
have this discussion every time.
Well, let me just.
We say as you moved in, you've got about 20 to 30 seconds left. Don't worry about it.
Well, I think it's important. Yeah, until the start of your next turn.
Okay, cool. So
or until you attack. Yes.
so you move inside, and as you look down, I say roll a stealth check as you feel the magic begin to fade away.
Yeah.
So no one in your immediate vision, and then you quickly pull to the side, and you are currently still within the cave corridor. What did you get?
7.
So you've hugged up against the wall.
Oh, that's good.
You can hear the crashing behind you. You three are currently out. You four, Fernando as well, currently outside.
So I
think
don't
he's
see
gonna come
anything in
back at
particular.
Oh.
You can, as you...
I mean, if he does,
No, because basically the waterfall behind you is blocking out all noise,
It's
and you
dark.
can just see the opening to a small antechamber, but you can't see unless you go into the actual chamber. It's about 3 feet wide, the space you're in, so you have to really...
Alright. I'm just gonna go back outside.
So you see Gregory step out.
What'd you find?
Well, yeah, just walk in.
Is it safe?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There was a room. There was another room. I didn't really want to enter the room because I was no longer invisible.
Did you
So-
see any monsters or any like?
Oh,
any
there was
side
blood on the
battle?
wall. Oh, so let's not enter the.
What?
Yeah, there's blood on the walls.
Right.
What does
Well,
that mean?
I don't know. Maybe we'll
It's
be
a
crushed. It
sacrifice
might be a
zone?
trap. That's what I'm saying.
Ah! Right.
Right, yeah.
Fernando!
Oh.
I'm
Oh,
kidding,
that's
buddy.
a-
Don't worry about it.
There's a lot of things that can go wrong.
No, you get fucked.
So I'm saying,
Shh, what?
okay,
Oh.
Wait, what the hell is going on?
okay. So I could be in the room without activating anything, but there was blood on the wall, which means there's something going on. You know, like a trap.
Wait,
Yeah.
you mean there was blood in the place filled with cultists who resurrect dead beings?
It's just a.
Hey, why don't you go
Yeah,
first?
off you go then.
If you're so fucking sure of yourself, wilty spinach.
Okay. Yeah, alright. I don't know. I think if we could, summon something that could go in there first and, not be harmed, like a spirit animal, like a giant fucking ram that keeps coming up.
Yeah,
Well-
like a goat that has never been used.
That-
Not one.
It's a spiritual weapon. Is it? It's a physical live. It's a being. Isn't it?
It's a spectral go.
Yeah,
It's
no, that's not going to
spectral.
do it.
I do have Harry.
Oh, that's real dark.
Absolutely not.
No.
Yeah, that seems too much.
No.
Let's just
You
go
got
together.
that flesh though.
Do you know what I could
We got some
do?
horses.
We've got flesh.
Oh, Oh, horses!
Wait, what is it?
Well, we could. That's it. We could.
It's
We
3
could
feet
ask.
wide.
We could ask a bird, or we could ask a rat to go in for us.
No, but Gregory was in there.
I was
he
in there
was
and nothing
fine.
happened, but
So is it maybe? I mean, they're already cultists. Is it a race thing?
The more we wait out here, the more people die. Like, we gotta
okay,
make
yes, we understand, Fernando,
We
but
just
we also don't want to die.
Fernando,
Okay,
that's
Fernando,
kind of our-
Fernando, if you want to go in first, you're more than welcome.
You want to be in the crew, but this is kind of our deal.
You know what?
Arguing while
Fine.
people
I
die.
will go inside. See how you like it. And he walks in.
Oh,
Just don't step on the glyphs.
Oh.
He uses the glyphs. Wait a few moments.
I'm going in after him. I feel bad.
No, just wait. Just wait.
You
just
can't
wait.
hear anything
Just
from
wait.
there.
Pops his head out. It's fine.
Ugh.
Yeah, I knew it was.
I mean, I
Fine.
walked in there and there's the light slightly dimmed and there's 2 corridors and I can hear voices, I think, further down, but I think
I
they
didn't get
can't
any
hear
info.
us. Well, you didn't walk in far enough.
That's
probably.
fair enough.
All right, let's go.
We all go in and we all sneaky sneak.
Roll stealth checks.
I want it to be known that I was already one step ahead, like I was going to go in after Commando.
Congrats.
Well done. Your first
17.
18. You have disadvantage.
I do.
I'm a rogue. Why do I get giving these terrible secretary rolls?
Nice. You walk in. It's very loud. You walk in and you come
I'm
to this
singing
small
the
little...
song.
So the corridor opens and you can see
Country
2
road,
corridors can be
country
seen to the northeast, but directly in front of you is a small campfire that has been snuffed out, and you can see the embers remain, giving off the light source from before. You can hear sounds coming from the left corridor. They seem to just be voices. You obviously, as soon as you hear that, you dull your voices down and you go to a whisper.
We stopped that like a cappella version.
Jordan, don't roleplay for me,
of
okay?
Kesha.
But yeah, you are currently in this little antechamber. It's
We're
about
doing the history of music.
a 10-foot
Just
diameter. Sorry, 10-foot radius.
Okay.
An echo chamber.
I think we're in an echo chamber.
all right.
You say that, and it echoes
No.
through the corridor.
I was whispering.
Sure. Make sure you say you're whispering.
Okay, whispering. All right. What do we do?
Let's get in formation and get ready to fucking to kill them, the guys in the next room.
All right.
Or we keep going further through, but I think let's just try and slay what we can when we got the upper hand.
Slayer. That's oh no, but no, shh. If the cultists keep rejuvenating, is going in head first really the correct solution militarily?
So there's a corridor to the left with voices, and
Yeah.
you see there's another corridor to the right, which seems to be elevating a little bit.
I say
You know
we
what?
go to
That's a good idea.
I say we go to the right.
I
Let's
can
go to that.
We go to the right.
Go to the right.
You move up towards the right.
And you all die, which is crazy. Can I roll a
That's
perception
what happens
check?
when you go right in real life.
As you go up this slight little incline, you can feel the pressure of the mountain ever so slightly. It's here you can now see little antechambers to the left and right where roughly made beds are kept, and you can see small possessions,
I kick over someone's bag.
Kicking open some bones clattered to the ground.
What, they just have
Oh.
bone bags?
Can
They're like,
you
oh,
not-
yeah, gotta bring my bone bag to work
Can you
today.
stop being goth for one fucking minute?
Just like a suitcase filled with like bones, and it's just like,
What if
it's been a long day at work, honey. Puts off the fedora, puts on the hat rack.
It's a
I get
bone hat
home.
rack.
Lights the pipe made of bone.
Takes off
off his
bones suit.
bones. Like, just crack, crack,
Starts
crack.
drinking some scotch out of a skull.
Puts on the television, which
Long day at the necromancy, honey.
gets a remote, which is like a tibia, just like.
There is a hat rack made out of bones.
Oh, of course there is.
Here we go.
400 channels and nothing on.
Play xylophone with bones, like.
Okay, alright.
There's about 10 to 20 of these little
Bones.
small antechambers, all with unique possessions.
Bones.
All have something weirdly made out of bone.
Is there a
Not
sign
bone.
that says bone zone?
Yeah, there's a pen.
Bones, though.
Underneath the bone zone,
There's a
are they
little thing called like a
condoms
paid
made
off
of
area, and
bones?
it's called the bones. The bone zone.
Bone zone.
Nice. You know what? No.
They're bone Catholic, okay?
It's a little antechamber,
Continue.
and it slowly rises up.
Every
and
bone
you
is
move
sacred.
forward.
Little bone spell.
bones.
This is where the adventurers died.
Every bone is good. Every bone is good.
We take
All
the
bones belong to God.
Abstinence is the only solution.
I like those bones.
I'm sorry, alright, I'm really sorry. People are dying.
Boning isn't for pleasure.
It's for bone creation.
Guys are all hacks.
This is starting. Oh, jeez. Okay. Welcome to Bonetown, USA. Population me.
Okay. Let's find a solution. Sorry. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I just keep walking. I just
Yeah,
keep
I'm sorry.
walking,
All
following
right.
it through.
You'll have this funny moment in your head.
To be
for a
clear,
good
this
minute.
joke's never been funny.
You and you can see now the cavern is about to open up once more, and you can see the end of the cavern in front of you, and you can see that it inclines up, and there's a few ladders that seem to be going up there as well. As you guys begin moving forward.
What are the ladders?
What are the ladders
Don't feed it. They're made of. It's made of wood. It's a ladder made of wood.
It's wood, but there's bone piles nearby.
Ooh.
It's a
Spooky.
Yep.
It's like someone, is there like a half-built one,
I
like
see.
someone was really trying to
I
make
start doing like the singing in the rain thing where he like splashes in the puddles with his bone.
just dust.
As you enter and you start doing that, you can see that the cavern opens up and two cliff faces up before you.
Okay.
They're forming a large staircase, and you can see ladders between them that arc up. So you can imagine one big, another one, and then ladders.
Like that. I like that.
Do they all go up to the same place? Or is
Yeah,
it just one
it's
ladder?
just one big thing up. It's as if like someone's dug it out, and then to go higher, they've just put ladders up
Alright, let's
See,
climb.
to go up. As you see the cliffside, you see carved into them are footholds for you to climb as well, where the ladders seem to break away.
I get up my chalk.
A crude pulley system is seen to the left, rising 100 feet, holding rocks and other body parts between them. Standing on the first platform, you see two skeletons that listen that have a fully two skeletons that blissfully gaze down, currently in the process of rotating wheels and levers, while two more skeletons above that are hoisting ropes. They're doing it extremely slowly and very deliberately.
So they're animated.
And the ones on the first platform pulling the cranks stop. Looks up towards you. And you see the jaw distend ever so slightly as it goes down.
It's going down. I'm whacking at it.
Roll initiative. Everyone roll initiative.
Yeah!
We're going to the bone zone!
It was about to attack you. I was just waiting for you guys to hit it.
Oh.
18!
I need a pen.
2!
So,
Wait for Julian to. Oh my god,
I
you
don't mean to
nearly
be
just hit him in the eye.
That's
right.
17.
As I
Oh yeah, I'm minus 7.
as I roll initiative, I
Just
say,
wait, hang on, he'll do
get
it.
bones.
10 to 25.
Wait, sorry, 10 to
Sorry,
25.
20 to 25. 15, 20. 10. Yep. What do you get?
I got 15.
15.
Bueno.
And what do you get?
17.
Swish.
3?
Another bone
Eight.
In the
the
casket.
Oh, in the casket, nice.
Oh, like that.
Very
Spooky,
nice.
spooky episode.
Oh, very special.
Oh, very spooky episode.
Of course. That's
Oh.
deliberate.
Yeah, because this is coming out on Halloween.
Next year.
Next year.
That's alright. This is you could cut this.
You used to call me on my bone
My
phone.
cell bone.
Cell bone, come
on!
Really bad.
No, but bone phone.
No,
that
I
sounds
I
fun.
stand by bone
Used
phone.
to bone. Is that what we're going?
What if bones
And
are
I
too much?
need
What
my
if bones
bone.
are too much?
Holding on my cell bone.
Alright. So
Yeah,
you
the
see
Zala
two
person.
skeletons on the first platform reaching down to something you can't quite see. And you notice the two above seem to be dropping their piles of pulleys that they're currently pulling, and they're about to pull something up as well. Gregory, you run up and pull out your stick. And you realise you have to probably climb up first. What's your movement speed?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, you're the fastest.
40.
40. So you manage with all your movement, run up, climb the first ladder, which is only about 10 feet tall.
Yep.
Run up and jump and begin to whack one of the skeletons. Roll your attack roll.
Of course. I told you it was 9.
Total.
Well, yeah, total.
What if I told you?
You bring down your stick and it
Yes.
just moves
Yeah, no, that makes
atop
sense.
their head.
Cool.
Alright.
If it had hair, it would.
You sure he doesn't like trying to hit his neck?
And then I sort of just yell at it, I guess. Yeah, I yell at it.
Extra ones?
Okay.
I'm not going to use my extra ones on some fucking skeletons.
It looks up.
Okay.
At the mist hit and just looks towards you, and if it could grin, it would.
Well, then as a bonus action, I'm going to hit it. Just like hit it.
Yeah. Roll attack roll. Oh, yeah, I thought you could. This is a key point you can spend to do another one if you actually hit it. What'd you get?
11.
11?
It's 11.
You hit it straight into the ribcage, but it just looks down and you notice you haven't done any significant damage.
Well, that's 11 on the attack. I haven't rolled the die yet for the attack.
No, you didn't hit. I'm just upping.
Okay,
Like,
well,
you did
said
hit it
I
because
hit
it's not easy to hit.
That's fine. That's fine.
You didn't hit it in the right spot.
That's cool.
Next turn.
That's cool.
Is Alpine.
Yeah, skeletons are undead, aren't they?
They're
Right.
very, very much so. One of the most undead you could be.
Yeah.
Is this a moral quandary or a mace quandary?
Oh yeah, so sorry. Can I run up and hit it with the mace?
What's your movement speed?
Quite slow. I might cast. It is 25.
So you get to the base of the ladder and you could probably make it up to the top, but you wouldn't be able to engage one of the skeletons with melee combat.
Okay, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame
Cool.
at the
Oh.
nearest one.
So you can hold your beads and you cast Sacred Flame. What is that for me? Is that a
It's a Dexterity saving throw.
rolls a nat 20?
Oh,
That's
a dexterous skeleton.
You bring it up and you bring your fist close as the flame begins to cascade down and it just steps to the left.
Does like a backflip. No, it does like a fucking sick
And it
backflip.
just and it looks down. It just looks to you. You can hear the bones creaking.
Is it laughing at me?
No, it just stares at you dead in the eyes. If it had
Oh,
eyes,
dead in the eyes. Get it? Because it's a skeleton.
It's pretty dead.
Is that any turn?
That's pretty dead.
Next turn. So the skeleton that you just tried to hit with your sacred flame begins to move, and you can hear it creaking as it brings up a long sword, dragging along the ground. Brings it up, and you can hear the bones creaking, and it just brings it down towards you.
Come on.
That's gonna be a nat 1.
Hey!
So it goes to hit, and you just wait for it, and you just step to the side as it listily comes down and looks towards you with intent gaze.
I laugh at it.
William, it's your turn.
No, I rolled a 2.
Yeah, I know.
She rolled an 8.
Yeah,
Oh, I got you two mixed up.
it's me next.
I wouldn't use anything very
Yeah.
special on these. They don't
Yeah.
seem very...
Where did you hit it that it sort of laughed at you and that it didn't land?
The ribcage.
The rib cage. Okay. That just means that they can't be killed with a hit to the rib cage. Cool. Alright. Well,
Sweet.
they're like up a level. Yes? Or
Yes, they're up
down?
level.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
what's your movement speed?
It's a 35.
You could climb up and get to the one next to either roll.
Yeah, because I can do a dash as a bonus action.
You wouldn't need to.
No,
You
okay.
can climb
Alright,
up
so
there.
I go.
Yep. So you run up. Which one are you going towards? One next to Alupine or Gregory?
The one next to Alupine that's now got its sword on the ground, I have to assume, so it's in a good position.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
It's
Alright.
currently reaching down.
Yeah, so I take my short sword.
Yep.
And if it's like, so it's like swung down, is its head down?
Actually, no, this one hasn't swung
Skull?
down next to Gregory. It's currently looking. It's currently
Value
looking
No,
on
the one next to Alupine.
Oh, yes,
that
yes,
has
it's currently-
swung, so its head is down?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Alright, so I take my short sword and I use the end of it to smack into the back of its head.
That's
I
cool.
like me some bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Alright, so that's, hang on. Oh, that's a 2.
2 plus. So you go to strike with the pummel of your sword, but it just misses. But you do have another attack.
That's true. Alright, so it misses and then I just can I just come back up and...
Yeah, you can just strike. You try to hit and you just bring it back. You want to hit
I'm
it
gonna
again.
try again.
Yep.
That's a 12.
Nice. Plus you would hit it.
Yeah.
Roll damage and it's sneak attack because you've got Alupine next to it.
Oh yeah. That's a 6 plus 2, that's an 8.
And add an extra 2d6 because you're level 4 now.
Whoa!
Look, it makes my stick look a bit shit, doesn't it?
So that's 10 total.
Stick's always been shit, mate.
And 12 total.
It's fair enough.
7 up there.
Total. And that is bludgeoning because you're hitting the back of your
Sitting
pommel.
there.
At like the
So,
nape of the neck.
As you bring it down, you can just feel the cracking skull as it shatters into a million pieces.
Yeah.
It does significant damage as you hit it with the back of your sword. And it just falls to the ground in a heap of bones.
So is
Ooh.
that effectively a kill, or does it
It's dead.
start working?
Well, it's
okay.
the skull is literally exploded.
Okay.
Pretty
Um,
good.
Can I Do I have to? Can I use a free action to say like aim for the head to
Yeah,
people?
sure.
Yeah, aim for the head.
Next turn is... That one's dead.
Hell yeah.
William, it's your turn.
Just
I don't know how seriously to take these.
not at all.
Okay.
Don't take them too seriously, I shout.
Don't use
They're
any
just
of your
big
good
piles
shit.
of bones.
Am I in range? So how far away are the skeletons at the top?
Probably about... Oh, at the very, very top?
Yeah.
Probably about 60 to 70 feet.
Oh, okay.
He's like a
I
cantrip
can
or
still hit
something.
them. Yeah. Can I shoot a firebolt at the one that's currently
Don't ask me.
attacking Gregory?
Yes, you can.
You can do whatever you
Roll a
want.
range attack hit.
Sorry.
Yep, roll.
He'll make a ranged spell attack.
This is like a calm battle.
Yeah.
It's chill. It's not.
18.
18 hits.
Well done.
And then I roll a d10.
Fuck him up, William.
D10 is
Ooh,
Fuck 'em
kill
up.
Ooh, kill him.
Shatter them bones. Get them fractured.
Eight.
Ooh, in the hospital.
That boy needs some milk.
So
That
you
boy
cast
needs
a
therapy.
fireball and it reaches up and it hits the one next to Gregory as it combusts ever so slightly. You can see the charred bone, a few of them drop off, but it still remains standing.
Okay.
Oh,
So that's a dead.
it's a top
It is
notch.
now its turn.
Thanks,
It
guys.
pulls down as it continues pulling down, brings up a little short sword.
Does it try to pick up any of its bones?
The short sword is a little bone. It's like it's a long piece of bone.
Nice.
And goes to attack you because you're directly next
I'll have
to
to
it.
see it fucking try.
That's going to be a 15 to hit.
It's just your armor class, isn't it?
That'd be funny because my armor class is 17.
Oi!
So that
Cute.
doesn't hit.
So it misses as it just begins to pull back and readies itself once more. Fernando, you can see scrambles up the ladder, gets next to you all, and brings out his hand crossbow and tries to take a shot at the ones at the very top.
Has just been revoked.
Pew.
That's a nat 10. Yep.
Wow, okay, good work. Not 10! Lit. How average?
Oh, nice.
You've done it,
and
big
he
boy.
deals 9 points of damage.
Oh,
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
At the one next to me.
Hell yeah.
No, the one up the top.
As a bonus action, he pulls back his crossbow and just gives Alupine a slight wink and gives you a bardic inspiration.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, I wish I had an idea of what to do with it. Well, I fly to the top.
You get a d6 and you can add that to any attack roll you make.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
that's pretty sexy.
You
Ah.
should use that more often.
Crispy
You don't fight with Fernando
fresh.
too often.
Sorry?
You don't fight with Fernando too often.
Well, you
You
should
know a
just
lot.
use-
He's done
Um,
very little.
Include
The two
Fernando
skeletons
more,
at the
though,
top
maybe.
No, we don't.
pull up some short bows and begin pulling arrows and firing down. One's going towards.
Do it to me, do it to me, do it to me. I fucking
One's
believe
going towards Alupine and one's going towards you.
Yeah, baby.
The first one towards Alupine, that's going to be a 15 to hit.
Oh, shit. That's a hit.
What's your armor class?
15. Which surprises me. I thought I was like real
Like a
heavy.
tanky.
I
You
was
have a shield, don't you?
Yeah, I've got a shield.
And what armor are you wearing?
That'll be
I'm
plus
wearing
two.
a scale mail.
Scale mail would be 14.
Plus two, then
Plus
16.
16.
wouldn't it? Okay, what's your
Maybe I don't have a shield.
So it's isn't it?
Do you have a shield?
No, it's not written down here. So maybe I
Okay,
don't
then you don't
have
have a shield. So you probably should have a shield sometimes.
Uh,
It deals 7 points of damage.
That's,
you should get a shield.
I really should get a shield.
You take 7 points of damage and the arrow just lands to your thigh.
I might borrow that old mate. Thanks, sexy. In me thigh.
Ow.
It's me best
The next
feature.
arrow moves towards you, Gregory. That's going to be 12 to hit.
Nope.
So,
But you know what?
Straight over. I
I'm
think
gonna
that's-
catch the. Can I catch it?
Jeff, does that have to hit you to catch
It does have to hit me.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. I just
Because-
want to catch it.
You go to reach for it. It just goes as you cross. It looks at you like you're trying to get.
Yes, I am.
That ends its turn. Next turn is Gregory. So there's
Yeah.
one next to you, and there's two at the top. To get to the very top, you would have to spend 2 turns climbing ladders.
This is boring.
You could do it in a full dash.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go to the one next to me.
Mhm.
I'm gonna get my stick, and I'm gonna say, "Batters up!" And upon hearing, to only aim for the head, I'm gonna try and knock it off like on a tee,
Nice.
like a softball,
So
or like
you're
not a softball, like
Line
a
it
tee
up
ball.
ever so slightly.
Yeah.
Yep. Roll and attack. Is that bludgeoning? It would be.
What's a stick? So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
piercing,
Yeah.
or magical in any way. So,
No, it wouldn't be. It's just a stick.
Yeah, no, it's just a stick. That's 15 plus 6, which is
That
I don't
is-
know. You do the maths on that one. 21.
Roll for damage.
I will roll for damage.
All going quite well, actually.
Adventure into Lazarus Cave.
That's 7.
7 points of damage.
7 points of damage.
Yep. So as you line it up, you can see the charred remains where it's once been fire bolted.
Yeah.
You notice the skull just goes lazily, falls and clatters to the ground, and the skeleton in front of you just stands there, just swaying against the breeze.
And I go 4, even though that's the wrong sport for that to have happened.
Oh, yeah, it is.
No, it is.
Um,
Can I move closer to the...
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just
So
going to move...
You start climbing up the ladder.
Climb up the ladder.
And you're currently halfway up the ladder.
Yeah.
You're up 40 feet, yeah?
Absolutely.
You're closer to the top than anyone else.
Than I was before.
That ends your turn. Next turn is Alupine.
I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Hell yeah.
So your goat appears.
It
floats.
And it flies to the fuckers with the bows.
I don't think you can reach that.
Oh, can it not?
I mean, it's only got
What's your range?
Well, I actually can't find the card.
Oh.
special weapon.
Which is really,
That's right, just look it up in the place symbol.
Yeah, cool.
I think you can move it like 60 feet for a bonus action or something.
You're a gem.
You said they were 70 away, so if she's up there already.
Can I,
No, but she's not, because she's on the first
No,
platform.
but she's on the first platform. Like, if they were
Yes,
70 away
please,
from
ask
me at the
questions.
bottom, and the first platform was up, like, I mean, it's a platform. It's
Like,
going to be more than 3 meters.
It is 37.
Can I be climbing as I cast it? Concentrate and climb? Or is
Yeah, no, I'll let you do that.
Hey!
We'll say you have disadvantage on concentration, but yeah. that's
Cool.
fine. Yeah, so it
It's
appears.
also a bonus action, actually.
To cast it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then to attack if you want to.
Oh, I
yeah.
understand.
So you move up, you cast it as you bring it up, and you
Oh,
can see your
that's-
spectral
that's
go
great.
kind of like climbing up the side with you, and it reaches to the and makes an attack.
Is it really
Roll
good
it.
at climbing?
That's goats are, yeah.
That's a great.
This is the chillest combat
Barrels
we've ever
of
done.
Yeah, it really is. I'm finding it quite meditative.
what's up?
I wouldn't mind dying like this. That's so nice. That's an all natural 7, baby.
What's that total?
Fucking kidding
Seven.
me?
And-
You
Yeah.
can't segue that
Sorry.
seamlessly from, I wouldn't mind dying like this, that's a 7.
There's no bonus. Yeah, it's a 7. It's how'd that go?
A 7? No, you add
You add your wisdom
spell
modifier,
attack.
don't you?
Then of course 11.
11.
That won't.
It begins to bound up and it doesn't connect.
Okay.
Hey, does that goat want to do something anytime soon?
Oh well, it's trolling.
Next
its
turn
hardest.
is Livia.
Cool, alright. So what skeleton am I nearest to?
Currently, both on your platform are dead.
Okay.
And you see 2 above you. Currently on the ladder is Alupine halfway up, Gregory about 3/4 of the way up. There's only one ladder.
Damn, can I climb up the rock?
There were footholds for you to climb. You'd have to make
when you
a
cross
athletics check or
Yeah, let me try
acrobatics.
that. Well, let me just try. I might as well. They both... Oh, okay, hang on. Dex is better than strength.
Acrobatics?
Yeah, it's an 8 total.
An 8 total.
Yeah.
You begin climbing up, but as you put your hand on one of the rocks, you slip
Ah!
and you fall down. But you don't fall down, obviously like 20 feet. You only get about 10 feet and you fall back down. You land.
Damn.
You can try again if you like,
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna have to because I want to get up there.
Sure.
Might as well. I'm gonna
You
have to
haven't
get
been
up there.
shooting
eventually.
you spend about 10 feet of your movement.
They're too high, aren't they?
They were
Can you
70
shoot with a
feet
crossbow?
away.
70 feet for a crossbow,
No.
like a small crossbow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah?
not very. That's like
Fernando shot it with a hand.
You can shoot him.
Okay.
70 feet is like 22 meters.
Okay. I will. Thanks.
Play
So
this
you're
out.
gonna attack
Play
with
this out.
the-
Livia climbs up 10 feet, falls, and goes, "Fuck," and just shooting.
That's all right.
Oh,
19?
yeah, it is a good shot.
Which one are you firing at? The one next to the goat or the one that's not?
The one that's not. It's the goat will get there first.
Cool. So you fire, roll d6.
It's 5.
5 plus your dexterity modifier.
2, so it's a 7.
7 points of damage.
Yeah.
That's the one that Fernando hit. So you shoot your crossbow up, and it just penetrates the bottom of the skull. And you see it
Yeah.
just fall
That's
back.
Olivia's special.
Swish.
Next turn is William.
And. Okay. No, it's not.
Another cantrip.
Yeah.
Shoot him with another fire thing.
And I go, fireball! Woo! Fireball.
You.
So you fire 5 up, roll a d20.
20!
Hey!
Nat 20?
Nat 20.
Fuck yeah. Roll d10, double it.
Cooked.
What?
Wiki, what?
14.
14 points of damage.
Swish.
So, you feel the dice in your begin to vibrate ever so slowly as this time you use two hands and a fireball shoots up and engulfs your skeleton in the flames, and what's left is a pile of ash.
Oh. No,
And I say to no one because everyone's too far away. Get boned.
The skeleton's later defeated, and you continue climbing up. And you
Gregory's sort of bouldering at this point.
You climb
Gregory's
up,
having
you get
fun
up,
with it.
and you notice the two skeletons.
Yeah, I sort of just like kick some dust.
Do I
off.
see as I climb up now without any of like the dangers of the skeletons? Can I look closer at what they were hauling up and down? And
Yeah. I mean, you can look inside the because there was
what are they hauling?
Well, it was rocks and bone.
Can
You can take a better look if you like.
can I
Yeah, roll an
A
investigation.
hole in ass bones.
I get a 6.
Oh.
There are no bones in
Six.
that.
There's all different types of minerals and
Minerals.
nothing you
Shoot
can
them.
make out. They're always so soaked in blood from the.
Does anything look like
bone.
precious?
With that investigation, roll, you can't
Does anything
say.
sparkle?
No,
I
not that
really-
you can see.
I take one at random and put it in my pocket.
Cool.
A blood
Put coal
colored-
in your.
Oh, get fucked.
I really wanted to, when I was climbing up, I really wanted to get up there and use my sword like a baseball bat and like decapitate one.
That's
like,
what I did.
Hey, batter, swing!
That's literally what I
Literally,
did.
I tune out when it's not my turn, so.
I said, batter up.
Did you really?
Yes, that's literally what I
Literally
did.
five
We even
minutes
did
ago?
like a spare
That's
ball
very
part.
I said, batter up, like.
Although I wasn't paying
And then I said
attention, so
4
I
because it was the
tune out.
incorrect sport.
Oh, that's what that was about.
Yeah.
I thought you
Punch
had done like the golf thing, and I was like, oh, Remy doesn't know what golf is.
That's what it
I wasn't
is.
paying
There's another
attention.
chamber that heads towards higher into the
That's
other.
probably where I
They're
got the
having
idea,
that argument as
subconsciously.
we
Yeah,
as
yeah.
we enter
I
the
already did
As
the, I
we
already did the
walk up to
baseball
the other
thing.
chambers, can we hear anyone talking?
Roll a perception check.
Does anyone want to help
I'll
with this?
support
As
you.
you begin going up what seems to be a
This time.
circle, you can notice this particular part of the cave seems more natural than what you've been in before.
I got a
Um,
17.
yep.
22.
Rolling a perception check just for like, just shits and
How about
gigs.
damn apples?
Well, for reference, the highest I can get is a 19.
That's
So-
not, oh, that's a
Nice,
14.
nice, nice.
14. For those who are above 12, you can, as you're approaching and going higher, you can hear the
Hello,
soft, somewhat
Yelling.
distant hum.
A humming,
It almost sounds like chanting.
like a
Oh.
song.
Oh, yeah.
As you
let's go.
continue going up, you can hear a low chanting to be heard from, and as you reach this small antechamber, the northern passageway, and you can feel high winds billow into this small chamber, and they're coming from behind you in two tunnels. They carry the soft cries of battle from the Harbinger Tourney. This small subroom is covered in rubble, the walls cracked and torn away. A large vibration is felt through the caves, loosening the dust and the dirt from the ceiling. You feel the whole mountain somewhat shake, and a very, very dark feeling in your gut begins to grow.
A dark feeling.
Rising from the rubble, something dark dances upon the wall. You see two shadows coalesce, combine, and form two humanoid figures. They look towards you. Leave. Roll initiative.
Whoa!
I hate listening.
18!
14.
6.
17.
Nice. So 20, 25.
Nice.
Hot no.
So 15, 20.
Hell yeah.
17.
18.
Do you want to say the numbers?
What do you get?
14!
6.
You're enraptured by
Hell yeah. Bring up the room.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
Bring it
I
up
didn't
the rear.
enunciate. I didn't enunciate.
Or exact.
Bring it up.
Read.
Bring the
Bring
room.
up the rear.
So-
Noise.
Alipine, as you come up into the small antechamber about 15 feet in diameter, you notice these two shadows come from the wall and look to you, this disgusting shape before you. You've seen these before in the Grand Feast.
Uh-huh.
These ones seem to be a bit larger.
Real quick memory jog. What did we need to kill those guys? Did just like bludgeoning them work?
I don't
They
remember.
seem to have a physical presence.
Right.
Yeah.
However, you remember that when you attacked them with normal mundane weapons, they didn't, they seem as affected as a normal person would.
I'm gonna smash it on the head with my magic stick.
Yeah, use your mace a
Yeah,
lot.
'cause-
It's bad.
'cause
I'm
Um,
gonna glue it to my hands, so even if they kill me, I can use
Yep.
it in my afterlife
Roll-
really well
roll
against myself.
Roll an
Is that
attack
what
roll.
your faith is?
Roll attack roll. Just do
Ellie
it.
Pine's
Roll
having
an
a really
attack
weird
roll.
day
Roll an
today.
attack roll.
I like a faith that like anything that's glued to your body while you
12.
die, you get to keep.
My
Glue?
best.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
glue.
attack bonus is 4, so it's 16.
Catch you on your
Cool.
deathbed.
That's a
being hot
16.
glue.
16.
Yeah.
Give me that lamp. I might
That'll be a
see.
plus wisdom. Wait,
It's just says +4 down there, but also my wisdom is +4.
okay, so if you're proficient, are you proficient in mace?
Yep.
Okay, well then wouldn't that be +4 +2?
What's her strength modifier?
Or is it strength?
Yeah,
Strength
she's
is
just
+2.
getting.
Yeah, yeah.
So
true.
2 plus 2?
It's yeah.
So 4.
Four,
And what do
yeah.
you get total?
610.
Yep. So you hit.
Yeah.
Roll.
A D8 plus something.
Yeah, D8 plus 2d6.
Ah, swish. But it's also undead, so don't I get to?
You get an extra 2d6 because it's undead.
There's a
Oh, but I've also got a bardic inspiration.
That's only if you want to hit. So the bardic inspiration allows you to hit better. So if you were failing that roll to attack, you could bardic inspiration.
I really should have done that when I missed the 2 skeletons. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
Skellies.
matter. It's cool. It's I'm nervous.
Nice.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11.
11.
Wow.
What did you get in the two d6s?
6 and 2, so 8 total.
On
I
the
got
2d6.
a 3.
So as you bring out your mace, you hear this as it comes out from
Like
the
a
back
fucking
of
lightsaber.
Is it like a nang?
You feel it reverberate with energy like you felt before, and as you come to strike the shadow, as you bring it through, you see this gold just gleam away from the shadow, and it evaporates and it disappears.
Oh, cool.
Can we all just go, just not go and let Elupine take our turn?
Is that a thing?
Great, it's a turn.
Can we give Alupine our
You can
turn?
pass the turn if you like,
Oh no,
but don't matter.
Yeah.
No,
I seeing that, I go, huh, and I take my stick. I just
Make
do.
the noise with your mouth. Make the noise
Yeah,
with your mouth.
yeah. I go.
Can he
Oh.
borrow the
Oh,
mace
that's
from
funny.
Alupine? Is that a thing?
Oh,
No.
we could throw it. We could do a throwy catchy sitch. It looked really great in an action
Oh
sequence.
my god, wouldn't it?
Can it
I
be
do it
like...
They,
As a bonus action?
no,
Throw it
I've
and
already,
catch
I've already,
it?
I've already made the noise
if
in my mouth.
you want.
I mean, it's risky.
No, you can give it to. I've already made the
I
noise in my
can't
mouth.
use it.
Well, I mean, it's a stick,
It's
and
just
that's
a
a natural one. So, I mean,
So it just goes.
yeah, no, it does, doesn't it?
Damn.
I'm doing his bonus action to attack again.
Not really.
That ends your turn.
shit.
William, it's your
What the
turn.
fuck? Okay. I seeing this weird old beast. Grab my dice and using my Tides of Chaos,
Mhm.
cast Witch Bolt at the second one.
Cool.
Inspired by Alupine's real sick hit.
Yeah.
So I roll two
Whatever.
d20s.
Make the noise with your mouth.
12,
Plus 5.
14 plus what is it? Plus,
Charisma modifier plus proficiency, so 3
Oh.
plus 2.
do I have proficiency in the spell?
It's your spellcast modifier. Yes.
Oh yeah.
You hit.
I have not been doing that. Okay, so that's 19.
Yeah, so you hit. Roll a d12.
T12 is this one.
Yep.
Here you go, champ.
Thanks, Dad.
I don't know much, but I know the die.
So 3.
3
It's a
points of
hot
damage.
3.
It's a good, but it's a good three.
Yeah,
What
that's
type of
very
damage is it? Lightning or?
Witch bolts.
It's a witchy.
Witch damage. Witch damage?
Where would it say
Bitch
that?
damage.
It would say it in the spell.
Beam, crackling, blue energy,
It's blue
lightning damage.
Cool. As you bring your magic up, as you bring your magic up to attack the being, the lightning cascades through it, and you notice that it doesn't really stay on the shadow as much. It seems to be having noticed the effect you want.
Aww.
Ooh, probably doesn't.
Ooh.
Oh.
Next turn is Livia.
Cool. Don't know what to do because I don't have any magical weapons, but I'm gonna do my best. I don't know. I'm gonna get which one of them is more damaged.
There's one that's
There's only one left.
Oh, great, easy, cool. Gonna hit that. Gonna get a sick headshot with me crossbow. I
Nice.
think.
Nice.
Spit on the tip of the arrow and maybe,
Oh.
your fiery tongue
What'd you get?
will
That's
have...
a 19.
Oh!
That
my
hits.
man.
Yep.
Muchacho.
Roll damage.
It's a 3.
3, but you get sneak attack damage because Gregory's next to it.
It's a what now?
You get sneak attack damage, so roll 2 extra d6s.
Okay.
What? Nice.
Okay, so it's an 11 overall.
11 total?
Yeah.
Cool. So as you bring up your short sword to attack, it passes through the shadow.
It's a crossbow. I'm
Sorry.
shooting a
You shoot your
crossbow.
arrow, it goes through the shadow. It seems to do damage, but not the effect you want.
Yeah, I know.
That ends your turn. Next turn, the shadow
Yeah.
moves past Gregory and moves towards William, who's currently holding the witch bolt, and goes to attack.
You want some of this?
Yeah, I think it does.
Are you still holding it?
I guess I'll hold it.
Cool.
While you're holding this as well, you can
Leave it
feel
to power.
you can feel something growing from your face.
Ooh.
You can't tell what it is right
Is it
now.
a beard? Is it a beard?
Because
Is it a
you're
beard?
right now.
But is it a beard?
Is it a beard?
You'll have to look down.
Can we look over?
Yeah.
Because we can...
Something's growing on my
it's
face.
coming for you. Oh,
You can see feathers growing from his face.
you got feathers, William. You turn into a chook.
Oh,
But you know what Thor did? Thor stuck a feather in the ground and thought he'd grow a chook.
That's a 14 to hit.
You silly goose.
Sick what?
My armor class is 11.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Wait. Don't I get an attack of opportunity on that because it moved past me?
Yes, you would. Roll.
Yeah.
Fucking stab it.
You know what? I don't.
What? You what?
I'm dejected.
I do.
It didn't even
I
try to
know.
attack me. It didn't even try to attack me. It just went to fucking
Also,
William.
Jules, if that is the
It's
if
technically
that
one
is
that's
the
sustained.
result of my Tides of Chaos, it shouldn't happen until I cast the next spell, isn't that right?
Correct. But it's happening anyway.
Oh.
I mixed up.
That's okay.
It does.
Ooh, Pigeon Boy. Remember that?
It
I
does
love. I actually didn't like
9
watching
points
that
of
much.
damage.
Ah!
It was awful.
That hurts. Does anyone have a pencil
Yes.
today?
And your strength score is reduced by 2.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, cool. So that's a -4 now.
What do you want?
Sorry?
What's your strength score?
2 -2.
No, what's your total
Oh,
strength?
7.
Cool.
So it's a 5.
Not only do you feel your strength
Frail
leech
man.
from you, you feel your very life essence almost
Ooh.
give away.
You were
Should
like
you
18.
should you fall 0 on strength, you die.
So wait, is this reducing my strength
Your
total?
total, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Hachi machi.
We'll give you a massage afterwards. Okay.
Thanks, bro.
I don't like this.
I got you.
Next turn is Fernando. Fernando sees the shadow take a swipe at you. And
Thanks for that, mate.
We'll talk about this later.
Yeah, maybe when I'm dead. Cool.
brings up his crossbow and fires.
Hell yeah.
Gets a nat 1.
Nice.
Wowza.
Nice one.
Hell
Does he
yeah.
hit his own. Does he hit me?
Smooth move, X-Lax.
Next turn is Ellen. It's yours again.
15.
15 total?
Yep.
Yeah, you hit. So roll 1d8 and 2d6.
Thanks, sexy.
Woo!
Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9. What's the 2d6s?
2 to 6 is a 4 and 2, 6 together.
So, as you bring up your mace once more, you pass it through the shadow and you see it disperse. And disappear.
Hell
Nice
yeah.
work, Mace Windu.
It seems that these shadows have fallen for now.
For now.
Guys, can someone help me with my bag?
The area that you're in now,
With your bag.
Yeah, it's a little heavy.
you can
That's
still
because
hear
it's
that
got
low
little
chanting.
Hang on, what's
You
going
hear the
on?
low chanting from a northern passageway.
Let's
You can
go.
see 2 behind you where wind rushes through, carrying the voices and the battle from the Harbinger Tourney. And you notice that the nearby walls are cracked, and you can see small, bits and pieces within the wall seem to be loose, essentially.
Alright.
It's a rebel.
Well, we've come this far, we might as well follow the creepy voices.
Let's do it.
So the option was follow the creepy voices or go towards the battle.
Should we get in our robes and join in with the humming? Just in case, just in case.
This
not
isn't
a bad
fucking
idea.
Scooby Doo
No, that's
Mystery
not a bad
Island.
idea. That's not a bad
When
idea.
has this not been Scooby-Doo
We-
Mystery Island? Name one point in this
when has
adventure.
this not been Scooby-Doo? And B, we've fooled idiot necromancers before. I think we can do it
We
again.
may as well. We don't have anything to
I
lose
can
by
use
putting
my
on some
good
robes.
joke again.
Remind us of the joke.
Necromancer, I hardly know it. Let's go.
That's a good joke.
Let's go.
Alright, we all
Alright.
put on our robes.
We
We
robe
have
up.
like a gear up.
What's your passive perception, everyone?
Really good.
Oh, really
Hachi-machi.
good.
It's pretty good.
No, you don't have to roll your passive perception.
I don't know what that is.
Isn't that just like 10
Yeah.
plus
Your perception.
perception modifier?
Oh,
Plus
3.
4.
Is it
So
plus
13.
plus 5.
So 15.
14.
I assume it's
What's your
plus
wisdom?
What's your
Rogues are pretty high wisdom.
wisdom? No,
And
it's
plus, you
like,
probably. We last left off. I think you guys had entered the room. You just found an alarm rune on the ground.
Yeah.
You found a chest, a small outcropping where a book was, and a bed as well. You could hear the chanting from the northern rooms as well, the rush of air bringing the Harbinger Tourney battle into the chamber you're in, and you're currently in this small little sub-passage you found to the left.
You know I'm going for that chest.
As you're opening the chest, you look
Stop,
inside.
William, though. Be careful of the glyphs.
What?
Well, you don't know this, but as soon as I walked in here, I looked around and I saw things with my eyes, and I decided, well, I might as well see what this kind of means. It turns out that the place is booby-trapped. Lydia, have you seen anything?
also, I saw the booby trap glyphs.
Thanks, guys. I'll avoid them while I go to the chest.
Natural 20!
For friendship.
Yeah, roll.
We're
What
caught
a
up. We're
wholesome
caught up.
moment. Okay.
What's in the chest, Joy?
You open the chest, and inside.
Is a small mimic.
Is another chest.
Monster.
What an idea!
I know! What's in the box?
In that box. No, you open the box and there's clothes.
Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun.
ruffle.
You ruffle through them. You notice there's a few different outfits. You notice there seems to be a noble outfit.
Gucci.
You notice there seems
Versace.
to be a few hats, a few robes,
Fenty.
all different types of attire for different climates, but nothing of magical use.
I take the noble gear.
You look over to
Anyone
the
else want an outfit?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
take some of that new Versace. That new.
No, I choose stuff for everyone.
Yeah.
You get a
Hey, why
baker's
is mine
outfit.
ace?
You look
get
through the book. This is a little bit weird. So
noble.
Yes, so I look through the book.
it's in a language you can read.
Fit.
It's in a language I can read?
Can you read Elven?
Yeah. I am an elf.
I can read Elven, so it's not like a big deal.
Alright.
I can't read Elven.
Cool
I
down,
wouldn't be able
jerk
to read
off.
it.
I'm reading my stories.
Did anyone else want you?
What did I get?
So
I got a W.
I was going to give you a witch's
you
What's up?
start looking at the book.
Yes.
It reads on a particular page that has been the most recent entry. It's a bit of a diary.
Uh,
On the last page, it says, I return from another meeting in Port Firm. The plan is put in motion, and Jakar is blind of our true motives. Upon the final day of this Ogma peace of his, we shall rain chaos and destruction to please our lord. Dranzeth has been contained and moved. He is a sickly bronze drake, but will serve our purpose well. In the year to follow, we will torch and burn settlements to the ground in the likeness of Dranzeth and build our undead forces. I have sent word to my followers far and wide that our attacks are to be taken now and be masked as a brilliant lie. Dranzeth will be disposed of by Drakar when the year is out. He assures me that the word will be contained and I will believe him. He is as cunning as me. His blind ambition for power to unite the peoples of Ogmarins plays a similar tune to myself. It is a shame he has no place in my new world. The Soul Stone sustains me. Its power is intoxicating. I feel honoured that our Lord has chosen me to shepherd in his coming.
Is it signed off?
It's the Enigma.
Signed Lazarus.
why would he sign his own diary first
Like,
of all?
it's not
It's
Lazarus.
like,
Yeah,
thanks,
that's-
Dad.
Okay.
You can tell it's in the hand of, like, the
So I got the book and I just wheel around like, guys, I found the MacGuffin. I got the key to this whole thing, you guys. And
Wait,
then
who did it then?
I repeat this. It's Lazarus. It's Lazarus's diary. He says that Drakar doesn't know what's going on. He's gonna burn and torch everything down, and he's got a soul stone
Wait,
that
but
sustains him, and
wait.
its power is
But didn't we
intoxicating.
already know that it
But
was Lazarus
also-
doing
No,
everything?
No,
So Lazarus is just like a weak.
He said our Lord has chosen me.
Yeah.
I know you know
Drakar's-
this, but it's good bears repeating.
Guys, no. What we're missing is Lazarus knows Lovelace.
Yeah.
So Lazarus is someone.
Lazarus and
That is
Lovelace
close.
are working together.
Yeah.
No. It said that Lovelace was oblivious to the true intentions of what was going on, and that Lazarus was tricking.
Yeah, the
Lovelace.
Yes.
true intentions.
Yeah, so he's gonna kill him off after that.
Yeah, so Lazarus is a good. Lovelace is a good guy.
No,
No.
Lovelace is working with
Yeah.
Lazarus for something that Lovelace wants,
Yeah,
which
peace.
is power. Not
He said peace. He said peace in the
Peace of my
thing.
peace.
Oh my
Of my
god,
peace.
this entire thing is
False flag.
theatre.
Yeah, it's yeah.
It's
Oh,
theatre.
and I'm confused by the plot. What the fuck?
So,
What's going on?
Lazarus has given Lovelace... Lovelace has given Lazarus
Can we
the
read
ability to do
Yeah,
stuff.
everyone stop yelling. Let's just.
I return from another meeting in Port Thurn. The plan is put in motion, and Drakkar is blind of our true motives. Upon the final day of his Ogma peace, we shall rain chaos and destruction to please our lord. Dranthus has been contained and moved. He is a sickly bronze drake, but he will serve our purpose well. In the year to follow, we will torch and burn settlements to the ground in the likeness of Dranthus, and build our undead forces.
Okay.
I have sent word to my followers far and wide that our attacks are now masked under a brilliant lie. Dranthus will be disposed of by Drakkar when the year is out. He assures me that word will be contained, and I do believe him. He is as cunning as me. His blind ambition for power to unite the peoples of the Ogma Rings plays a similar tune to myself. It is a shame he has no place in my new world.
Kind of sounds like Magus Urel.
So,
Like, can't you imagine a Magus Urel talking like that?
Lovelace and
Just
Lazarus are working in cahoots
Yes.
to create a distraction that will allow the three nations to come together.
Oh, is this what I fucking said at the beginning? False flag!
Yeah,
Like,
go on.
But he's being double-crossed, and now it's a real attack.
Yeah, so yeah, Drakkar Lovelace is only useful to Lazarus until the kingdoms are united, then he's going to knock out Lovelace and take power for himself. Okay, so we've got to knock out Lazarus.
I
We knew
refilled
that.
it.
Let's do it.
And Lovelace.
No, we knew.
I fucking knew it.
True.
You guys called him the first day.
We did do that, yes.
Lovelace, you piece of shit.
Right, so do we keep going on trying to destroy the soul stone
Yeah.
in the mountain?
Yeah,
Or do
let's
we
pocket
head
this
back?
diary.
Yeah, true.
Oh, yeah, I take the diary. I take the diary.
Great.
Are there any
Dranthus
other
never existed.
No, Dranthus.
Do we
was
recognise any of the
No, Dranthus
colours?
did
a
exist.
false
Yeah,
drag?
but he was a bronze.
He was a bronze dragon, a sickly
That
bronze
we've
dragon.
already
Roll a
seen.
There were
history.
recounts of the dragon flying about. That was the bronze dragon.
Hold up. Wait, okay, so Dranthus did exist. They're saying this bronze dragon is also Dranthus? That was
Is the one we fought Transit?
Wait,
No.
wait.
That's what I thought was happening.
Wait, yeah.
No, Dranthus is the
It's the
skull
dead one.
in the.
Is the big
Yeah,
boy.
so they're okay, right, okay. I just got confused by the letter because it said we'll send Dranthus, he's a sickly drake, but he'll do or whatever.
Mhm.
So who did the Alexanders might kill?
Say all of that again.
Read the diary.
What?
Why do you have it? Why do we always
Sorry,
keep looking
sorry.
at our things?
Can we also? Is it possible to roll a history check on the clothes? See if we've seen the clothes on anybody before.
Yeah, roll a history check.
Because no, it's Magisterial. What are they? What
That's a
gender?
17.
What gender are the clothes?
Oh no, the male genders.
Okay, well it's not Magis. Why do you even fucking think of that?
17. You haven't seen these clothes before.
Okay.
Roll an insight check, Olivia.
Okay, cool.
You're just jealous because I'm choosing people left, right, and centre,
No.
and I'm getting them
It's like
right.
a fucking crucible.
My assist.
Dranthus the witch.
No,
Seven.
inside his wisdom, it's not.
It's fucking
not
Catholic.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just trying.
I know.
I mean, you've got all the pieces of the puzzle.
Yep, I know.
It's-
Oh!
What?
It is Catholic because where'd Puck go?
No, like so the two dragons existed.
Yeah.
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 One of
So
them
they
was
are
a.
like, so the dragon was always a bronze dragon. So the dragon they killed was a good dragon. That would solve it. That solved the
Yeah,
puzzle.
the bronze dragon's skull is inside
Yeah.
the castle, but is there an actual red dragon?
So, all of Dranthus has been a false flag.
Yeah.
Has
It's all false
Alexander's
flag,
night been a
'cause-
false flag?
yeah,
In
yeah.
the
That's
year,
'cause
in the
they
year to
burnt-
follow, we will torch and burn settlements to the ground.
Which
in the
means
likeness
all of
Dragon.
Alexander's might is bad.
Yeah.
That's
Which means
What?
it's the Enigma, because the Enigma never shows his face.
Yeah.
And he can be
Read the
anyone he
diary.
wants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this whole diary a lie?
No,
Oh my god, I ran towards Alexandra's might.
Hang on.
No.
The company have been taxed of late. Use of my skills. No dragon tracks at present. Curious.
So that's
Lo-
love.
Lovelace has enlisted the aid of our company. I am glad. Not many high lords would trust in a group of unlisted soldiers. I'm tracking the movements of Dranthus. I worry if we don't remove Dranthus, that more evil will follow in its power. Unknown group of cultists mimicking the attacks of Dranthus. What am I supposed to be looking for?
Okay, a group of cultists mimicking the attacks of Dranzith.
Yeah.
That's what these people are doing.
I ride now towards Alexandra's might. The dragons they must reside in either of those two locations. I feel as if we're being followed. I spotted human tracks leading towards the lair and large wagon impressions. They bank right and head east into a small glade within Gatshadow's forest peaks. Blah blah blah. The cave. If anyone is hiding, Gatshadow will be there. Okay.
So as you're reading that, Livia, you think about the company that the Lovelace's company and how big that could have been. You also notice that Ronald was one of the people in that diary that was accompanying them.
His cousin.
His cousin.
Oh, is it Ronald?
So maybe no. Okay,
You
Alexandra's
guys pretty much figured it out.
Alexandra's might not be evil. Alexandra's might is an independent group of adventurers who had to be brainwashed and contained in order to be useful to this cause. Alexandra's might is like anti-establishment here. I think Alexandra's might are Ronald is the one that's following Alexandra's might here. And also probably the people that they're going towards, and they were ambushed by Lovelace's.
Cultists.
Lovelace's, well, I mean other cultists, just Lovelace's forces.
Yeah.
Where did you find the diary again?
On an island with cultists. So presumably the person...
Well, then wouldn't that stand to reason that maybe they were betrayed after they helped?
So Alexander's might, unless I don't know if they're already undead, like if all of this is just history repeating itself, because this came from the.
Well, we presume it was someone who died fighting. We presume it was someone who died and was killed, and then their diary ended up in the necromancy place, so they're dead, whoever this is. Whoever's diary. Can I scan for prints?
I'm just getting there's a lot of names, and culturally I'm not used to these names. My schema can't hack it. So we've got Lazarus. Who's working
Lazarus?
with, so we don't know, represents death but also is a person, as it turns out.
Yes, but Lazarus, above Lazarus is the Lord.
Yes, the
whoever
Lord.
the Lord is.
So Lord is channeled through Lazarus, this big idea.
etc.
Lovelace is working in cahoots with Lazarus. Lazarus will betray Lovelace.
So is Lovelace dead, and whoever is Lovelace now not actually? No, that doesn't make any sense.
Hold
anyway,
on. So Lovelace employs Alexandra's might.
Yes.
Dranzeth will be disposed by Drakkar when the year is out. Here shows me that word will be contained, and I do believe it.
And Drakkar is who again?
Drakkar is the golden dragon.
No, Drakkar Lovelace.
Oh,
Lovelace.
Cool.
Dranzeth is the
Is
dragon.
the dragon.
Yeah.
Is the big
Dranzeth,
dead
Drakkar,
one.
Lovelace, Lazarus.
Oh, they sent they sent the big dragon as a distraction for something else way back when Alexandra's might was first employed. So something shady happened when Alexandra's might was first employed to get rid of the big dragon that's terrorizing the town. So the dragon was actually never terrorizing the town. That was another.
Yeah.
There was never a dragon.
There's never been a dragon terrorizing
It's all
anyone.
just been cultists lighting up fires and saying it's Dranzeth. They moved the dragon to Gatshadow Peak in order to
have something
something there, so it flew around anyway.
So Alexandra's might, I think Alexandra's might
after the year was out, when everyone was scared of the dragon,
Yeah.
Drakkar employs Alexandra's mights and send his
To
most
go
trusted
kill them.
compiser to go
Right.
kill Dranzeth. They kill Dranzeth, but in
Alexandra's
the
might
process,
disappears.
they make Alexandra's might disappear and appear on an island in a grave.
So Alexandra's might's good, double crossed by Lovelace, who's using their memory
In
and
order to-
Dranzeth
to unite
create
the kingdoms, to concentrate power under himself. But yeah, as soon as his use is expired, Lazarus will kill him and take over. Yeah.
So, who is Lazarus? Why did the Enigma get to survive? Is the Enigma Lazarus?
Quite. Yeah, he's suspect number one.
But he was. Did we see the Enigma's forces or the Enigma fighting?
As you piece these things together, you feel the mountain shift once more, and the chanting gets even louder and louder.
Can I quickly investigate Waggles?
Yeah, sure. You bring out Waggles.
I think we're gonna need
rabbit?
Waggles soon.
Yeah.
So have we figured out? Have we figured it out? Is that?
Yeah.
We're pretty close. We still don't know who the Lord is.
No, you don't.
It's a 19.
Or who
19?
Lazarus is.
Yeah.
Ah! Oh, where are we? Ooh. Wait, Waggles. Oh, you mean Waggles, your
Waggles,
dog?
the
Wait,
dog.
Sorry, I
what
thought
were
you meant
you
rabbit. I thought you
doing?
meant the rabbit.
Who's doing
Oh,
rabbit?
yeah, now I'll get Rabbit out.
What's his name again?
Harry.
Harry. We're doing Harry or Waggles?
Waggles.
I wanted to look at
Waggles.
Waggles.
So
I don't
bring
want to
out
bring
Waggles.
Waggles. I don't want to bring Waggles out. I just want to look at it first.
That's
You look at it, and it's just a statue of a dog.
yeah. That would be classic. That would be total. That would make so much sense. That he would think that the Enigma wanting to throw us off the scent of them would would lose to you in a joust and would then also give you a gift. Because remember at the time we were like, what? That's so cool.
Yeah.
And we still have
How
wanted
do
to.
we-
We told the fucking Enigma where to go because we were like, the Enigma's a cool dude. The Enigma should go fight her. Like, let us convince
Wait, but didn't you
our sole ally or
Didn't
whatever.
you scry on
Throwing us off the
Lazarus?
scent.
And
Yeah.
he was up a mountain?
The
I mean,
Lazarus
like,
was
couldn't
up
Lazarus
here.
just be a whole thing? I mean, I assume it's literally just up there. I mean, people are dying. We can figure this out now, or we got to do
That's
something.
it. We'll move forward.
We'll move forward.
Let's keep going.
I reckon Lazarus is a concept.
I reckon we're all Lazarus.
If Lazarus has a
No.
diary.
No. Lazarus is. I'm putting real money on the Enigma being a player in this.
What if that dog was a microphone?
As you're moving
no,
up,
that's we already know what it is.
you get this viewpoint as you're going up, and you keep going up and up and up, and you can see cracks in the mountain. You see you're on the side, and this wind howls through your robes and billows your cloaks. From this viewpoint, you can make out the faint movements of warfare below. Torches flicker in the distance, and the steel and metal cries out. It seems that the majority of the undead horde seem to be contained. That's in the Harbinger Tourney. As you continue going up, you see another viewpoint. From here, you can make out the royal tents, and more than half the tents have been set alight, driving those towards the sanctuary of Conquest Keep. And you can now see a majority of the fighting force at Concave is surrounded this undead horde, and they seem to have at least pushed them into a relatively confined area, as if winning, perhaps.
That's pretty good. Like the Romans did.
You continue going up, and you can feel this chanting in your bones, and it echoes throughout the whole entire mountainside. The wind laps at your heels. The Harbinger Tourney sprawled before you. The forces of Lorien, Vin, and Borim push the horde back, and a moment of hope is felt. With no warning, a terrible thunderclap echoes and rocks the foundations of the shadowed highlands. You struggle to keep your balance, as what can only be described as a large explosion is felt from the chamber from ahead of you. The sound is heard across the Harbinger Tourney.
Let's all make it.
There's silence for a moment. Footsteps. Rising from the side of the mountaintop, this unspeakable calamity, this undead monstrosity, climbs 100 feet, 200 feet, 250 feet.
267.
You can see the back of it as it dwarfs your vision. The entire body made of a strict, made from bones and sinew and basically bodies and undead.
Oh!
It moves with footsteps. 1, 2, the shape of a humanoid. This giant monstrosity blocks out the moon, and it stands 200 feet tall, roughly, and begins moving towards the battlefield. You can hear trumpets bellow in the distance. You notice the forces begin to withdraw as this monstrosity just moves towards them. This just incredible sight.
He just came here to make friends.
And I was terrible.
Silence once more, and all you can hear is the footsteps that slowly moves towards it as it moves towards the Conquest Keep.
Alright, let's
keep going!
Onwards and upwards, I guess.
That's cool.
You continue climbing up. As you continue going up and higher, you get glimpses of this undead monstrosity as it gets closer towards its destination. You can see the trees beneath it quake and just get splattered against the ground. You can now see the forces of the orcs and the Enigma move towards it, trying to waylay the creature, but each step it makes, these undead monstrosities fall off its feet and begin attacking those that try to go near
Oh,
it.
well, we should just pop a pill like Hitler did.
As you go higher and higher and higher, you can
This isn't
hear...
looking good, friends.
How are we Hitler in this?
Alright.
You can hear the chanting get louder and louder. As you come up, you can see before you, as you come back around, this large chamber. It's filled with these chaotic energies and this large chanting. In the middle, there's a crude altar of bones and gems that sit, and a black stone. This jet black stone cackles with orange lightning around it. Black smoke oozes from its cracks and floats unnaturally around its jagged edges, as if it's suspended within the middle.
How
Hey,
close
Soul
Yeah, how
Stone.
far away is it?
Surrounded the altar is a circle of 10 gaunt individuals on their knees. They seem to be chanting, giving their life essence towards us, as this thin strip of their soul is sucked into this crystalline altar in the middle. A harsh wind blows through the room at the far side of the huge opening, where a platform juts out from the side of the mountain and a viewpoint of the Harbinger Tourney is. Observing his creations stands Lazarus. He turns and shoots back a wicked smile. Two skeleton warriors stand side by side.
Do you know?
You don't recognize him. He looks to you, Five. Good to see you.
Again?
Glad you made it.
We've seen you before.
No.
Oh, okay.
Witness my creation. Witness what I have wrought. The destruction of everything. And now, the destruction of you.
I whip out the wand of wonder.
Please don't.
Everyone roll initiative.
Wow, way to go, Remy.
16, 17.
Swish. 17. Oh, it's.
Can I do that one again?
I swear that was an 8.
It was an 18.
You got a 2
It wasn't
there.
18.
What?
It wasn't 18.
It was
and then I
18.
went to look at it. And
And it wasn't.
No, that was legitimately, it was legitimately an 18.
I rolled the dice. It was definitely an 18.
20
but I
to
looked at
25. 15 to 20. What'd you get?
16.
17.
18.
Wait, what? So I'm -1.
Oh, cool. I rolled a 17, but I'm +1.
What'd you get?
Swapsies.
And 17.
True.
What'd you get?
7.
7.
Jäger.
Stop!
No, see, no, it's a bridge too far. I sort of initially was going dun, 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 dun. That's not quite right.
Not it at all.
No, I know. I was trying to put my finger on it.
What does your Lazarus look like?
Yeah, what's my man's man's?
He's like, is he like a giant, can I guess?
No, he's really quite thin.
Was he a human?
and yeah, he's
Does he look
They're
like...
always human.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he looked like a
All
skinless,
monsters
a
are human.
furless cat, but like a humanoid.
Is he
I'm
bald?
trying to think he was kind of hot.
You know?
What's the
Oh,
name of that
sexy.
guy who's in The Princess Bride and also Gossip Girl? You know
Danny
the
DeVito.
one. No, he's like, he's a Danny DeVito
Alright.
type. Wallace
Ronnie
Shawn.
James.
Does he look like Wallace Shawn?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he would actually.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
You can see this vision before you. Away from you, 60 feet away, is Lazarus. In between you, the altar with 10 cultists, giving their life essence. 2 skeletons, side by side Lazarus. First turn is William. You see him currently holding aloft this magical energy.
I pull out the wand of wonder,
Mhm.
and I look at his face and see if he changes, if he like
Oh.
does anything.
Blanches.
Does he see it?
You're a brave boy.
Gross.
And I just
Brave
with
boy.
all of my might,
Brave boy.
I funnel all of my magical energy into this wand, and I'm trying to put myself Lazarus is here. I'm here, and I want the stone to be in the middle.
Is your face still feathers?
Yeah, what happened to my face?
Oh
Your
yeah.
face is still feathers.
Like how much
You've
of it?
got
All
a
of it?
beard that goes down to about here with feather.
Dude, that's a look.
Cool. Can I use my Ties of Chaos on the wand?
No.
Okay.
Roll
So
a.
see what I want here. See Julian like this.
Yeah.
I'm here. He's there. The stone's here.
You want to hit the stone or you want to hit Lazarus?
I hit the stone.
You want to hit the stone?
But if I just want like it to just go through.
Sure. So you want to aim between them, try and get them both
Yeah.
with whatever it's gonna.
Yeah, because I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
Like, go!
Cool. So you walk towards, bring out this wand of wonder. You see the bits and pieces begin to twirl around in magic fury, and as it begins to vibrate, you point it towards the stone with Lazarus behind. Roll a d10. Tell me what you get, then roll it again.
I'm gonna put it out there. What if the wand of wonder
Ain't that wonderful?
That's a D12.
Kills you.
That's a D12.
1.
Well, roll. That's a D12. Roll, it's a.
This one?
No,
Yes,
Zero?
that one.
That's a D8, isn't it?
No, that's it.
7.
And then roll again.
0.
That's 10.
10.
70.
Dude.
Wait! Wait!
Dude.
Wait!
Sam.
Wait!
What have I done?
William.
Did I ruin the adventure?
No, hold up. Hold up.
Hold up.
They don't know you like I know you.
Oh, I
So down.
You feel this chaotic energy begin swirling around the wand itself. It pulls around your arm and then dips into your reservoir of energy in the dice, and it pulls out once more, pulsates a red flash, and you see this fireball extend out of your wand. This huge, enormous mass of fire shoot towards the black soulstone, and it collides with it. Can you roll 8d6?
That's a lot of D6!
Here, just
here.
take a bunch of
Yamaka.
Shit.
1, 2, 3, 4. 8?
One
8?
more. One more.
Five.
What do you say when
Wait,
you do that?
6d6?
8d6.
Oh, shit.
I feel like the most in character thing you
Yeah, that's
did.
it. That's what you got. You got it.
I wonder what's gonna happen!
Tiny Larry, motherfuckers.
Okay, you guys ready? You ready back
I
home?
hope they're all ones.
There was.
It's a healthy mixture.
Whoa!
We need
That's so
We
much!
need to do some quick maths.
Okay.
my
Right,
friend.
and the first one is
Okay.
6, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 1.
You can't just say the
So that
numbers.
is.
What do you get?
Well,
Wait,
okay, 3
okay.
times 6 is.
18.
4 times 6
Oh my God.
is. 4 times 6.
24.
That was a 4. Sorry, I knocked that. Is 24?
Yeah.
Wait, did I get 4?
Yeah.
This is what happens
that
when you
was
try and get communication.
Take the 5 and
students
take the
in
1.
maths.
Cool.
5.
We'll be here a while.
Okay, and so then you've got 29,
Yeah,
Wait, no, no, I-
33, 37.
37 points of damage.
37.
37.
I looked down at my stick.
Wow. Wow.
It's pretty fly for a white guy.
Ain't it? Ain't it? Ain't it though? But ain't it?
You gave him the weapon. You know what it does.
Ah!
It's a fucking like 1 in like 100 chance almost to do that. So you pull your fireball and this chaotic energy collides with the soul stone. It racks and moves and shifts, and you can see the energy that was pulsating, that purple energy all around the room, begins to fluctuate, and it falls into the crystal as if almost dying for a moment, but it just clings in there. You can see Lazarus's face just horror distorted. What are you doing?
In my swamp.
What the fuck you think, my guy?
What up?
Saving the world, of course. What we do best.
Ali
Oh,
Pine is like
hell
looking at
yeah.
William as if like there's something really like real spooky happening inside, and is wondering
just
if in case this is our maker. Are you God?
Fist
I might be
pumping
gone.
with no sign of stopping.
But that was your secret all along. This big magic you were harboring is actually just because you're God, dude.
Yeah, I'm God. What's
Dun,
up?
dun, 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 dun,
Can I
dun,
be
dun,
God, Joy?
What happens when fate does shit like that?
I mean, it really fucks up. Yeah.
I mean, everything happens for a reason, does it not?
I mean,
Ali Pine is fairly of the opinion that everything happens for a goddamn
You can
reason.
see
Ali
the
Pine's
soul
sometimes wrong.
stone.
In the D&D universe,
You can,
absolutely.
as you hit the soul stone, a line that seems to be linked between the soul stone and Lazarus begins to shine and flicker, and he looks down at it and goes, "No, we can't leave now. I'll kill you first." And he brings out a little magical artifact, and he seems to conduct some magic from it, and pulls back and lets loose.
Oh, ow.
And
Uh-oh.
spell towards you, William.
You deserve it. You really fucked everything up for him.
I think Will might die.
You
I
single-handedly.
honestly
You
think
know
that's
what?
it.
Like, then
No.
I'm a Jesus King character.
Honestly, you did already make your last batch of cheese. I think we
Oh, it
know.
fucked up though, man.
Yup.
Dude, everything's been grinded.
How much health do you have?
Ooh, 15.
Wait, how?
I got hit already once.
How much
Like
damage does
9.
that do?
9.
Yeah, I guess that's how that works.
I guess them's the breaks.
You got a lot of health for a mage.
Yeah.
What's your
Pretty
spell?
fly for a
What's
white
your
guy.
health die?
That's a
That's
17 to
what
hit.
That hits!
That does hit. Yes, it do.
Most certainly you do that.
You don't always be like it is, but
it do.
does.
That's 16 points of damage.
Whoa! I'm unconscious! And I say, tell my dad! If he's alive!
So as you pull forward
Boss
your
on
wand,
that message.
Lazarus pulls forth this magic and let loose, and you can see this chaotic energy
I
swell
jump in
within
front
you,
of it.
and you can kind of like that bit where Malfoy gets shredded. with
Oh!
the thing,
Ooh,
cuts,
Sectum Semper.
and you fall to the ground unconscious.
Worth it!
I think you're ineligible.
He smiles in delight and moves towards the soul stone and stands in front of it, as if to protect it. Next turn is one of the skeletons.
The guy surrounded by two skeletons. Has anyone seen David Pumpkins?
One of the
That's all I
skeleton
can
comes
think about.
walking over,
Okay.
pulls out a short bow, and aims it towards who would be up front.
Me.
You?
Yeah, it's you. It's you.
It's you, it's you, it's all for you.
Oh,
That's 18 to hit.
It does hit! I gotta try and catch it.
Well, first you can roll it. That's 5 points of damage. You have to roll, I think, a d10, and if you get over it, you can do it.
Yeah, 1d10 plus stuff. Where are you? 1d10 plus my dex. Oh, come on!
It's still
It's actually not bad. Yeah, actually 1 plus 4 plus... What level are we? Oh, so that... Yeah, I reduce it to 0.
Yeah, so you catch it in your hand. As it fires, it's
So I
about to go
catch it?
straight to your face.
It's
and
like
you
a
just
paper cup.
instinct.
I catch it, and
Pretty good.
I could use a key point. Yeah, I'm gonna use a fucking key point. I'm gonna throw it back. So I catch it, and I throw it with the skeleton that threw it at me.
Cool. Roll and attack roll.
And I do have proficiency.
You know when that those
And it
weird-
does count as a monk weapon.
Nice. So you get it's like a
1d...
20.
1d6, I think.
I think it might have. Yeah, it might have been that.
Well, it doesn't matter because that's a 4 plus. It was really cool.
Wait, shaking die.
I guess it'd be plus 6.
I'm dead, I can't.
10.
So that's 10.
You,
You're not
you
dead
throw it,
yet.
it hits, but it just goes
Very
through and clatters in
close.
his ribcage.
Ah, I'm so close to doing anything, which is fun.
What else would you like to do? Oh no,
That's not my go. I
next
caught it.
turn is
Shoot.
Alupine. You can see Lazarus in front of this stone.
How what does William look like?
William is currently unconscious with bleeding wounds.
Alright. Let's cast Old Mate.
Bleeding wounds. My duck feather beard is getting very bloody.
Forgot about
The spell has no effect on undead or constructs. Can I cast Healing Word on somebody who's unconscious?
Yep.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay, sick. Oh, casting time is a bonus action, but then to use it is the actual action, or can I
No,
do
you
that
can-
and attack?
You can do that and attack.
Let's do that. Okay.
So you cast Healing Word on William.
On William, so it's a D4
Too bad.
plus 4.
Bad.
Shots. 4. 5. 5. One
That,
less.
that gets him up.
Yeah, I'm up.
He's conscious.
So, if...
But
sorry.
play dead.
Sorry, I was on -1.
You're on 0.
Yours-
Okay, I got... it's just 0.
Yeah. So now
Yeah,
you're on
so
5.
now I'm on 5?
And what else would you like to do?
Just fucking run and burst them and yonk, try and go for the stone, but just go for Lazarus with my mace of
Yeah,
destruction.
get
Wait,
Lazarus
so you're
out of the
attacking
way.
the stone or attacking Lazarus?
Lazarus.
Get Lazarus out of the way.
But is Lazarus undead?
Mate,
Yeah,
this,
but I wanna
okay, I'm
put a
dead.
shot
I'm
at
not
the
going to say
stone.
Okay,
anything.
cool. Yep.
Roll an attack.
So he won't wait for mine.
Lazarus?
Cool. It's a 5, so it's 9.
9. So you bring up this mace, and you see him bring up his arm and push or grab the mace. It sears in his grip for a moment, and he just pushes it away.
Oh, which means he's undead.
Hachi
Which means he do
machi.
extra damage.
But it also means that he's gaining his power from somewhere. I wonder where it could be.
Mayhaps the stone.
Yeah.
We-
Mayhaps
Like
when
a
you're
ball?
alive.
Or
Yeah.
a circle?
So what?
Oh, Julian,
A small rock?
am I okay to pretend like I'm still dead? Or has he noticed that I have been healed?
Huh?
Has he noticed? Was it noticeable that I was healed?
Yeah.
Or can I pretend?
You
I just did a little...
Oh yeah, no.
Magical energy seeps
Yeah,
into
yeah. No, because I've got to have a special secret spell.
Wow, you really fucking
I just kind of
know that.
dribbled it.
I've got all these
you.
cool things I wanted to do, but you've pretty much
I'm
destroyed
so
my.
sorry.
It's a beautiful game.
Add a couple hit points to it.
Oh no.
You see the soul stone fluctuate for a brief moment.
And it kills you all, which is crazy.
You take. Wait, hold up.
Me.
All of us?
Roll a wisdom save. William. You can feel the soul stone reach out,
Oh,
trying
it wants
to
to have
attack
you.
your mind.
No.
It wants to eat you for lunch.
Oh, mate.
Or dinner.
So
Oh,
come to it,
no.
see what it feels like.
Oh
That's
no.
be naughty.
Let's be naughty.
14?
Let's be bad.
Oh.
You resist.
Yeah! Stop
Trying
trying to kill me,
The
Julian!
All-Stars
You can
against
feel
us.
the psychic energy enter your mind just for a moment, and you can see red, just utter red and hatred, and then you resist and you push back the fire rage inside you.
Only a Sith doesn't have
You, Dad.
What happened with your dad?
Don't worry about it.
The other skeleton pulls up a short bow and aims it towards.
I'm
Arnie Pine.
walking in front of anyone.
Shoots it towards you.
Does he actually?
Wait, if you're walking towards.
Yeah, I don't have a turn. I can't walk anywhere.
Okay, you wave at it.
I wave. I'll do whatever. I'll do whatever I can.
That's a nat one.
It's a nat one. Fuck! I just want to catch it.
Next turn is Livia.
Hit me!
You can see the soul stone after it did that attack and that mental attack. You can see now it's gathering its energies and something's pulling around Lazarus.
Amazing. Do I have a clear shot at the stone?
Yes, if you move to the left.
I move to the left.
Wow, you've solved the puzzle.
I've solved the. Oh, damn it.
What do
It's
you-
a 5 with my
plus?
crossbow. It's a 5.
So you shoot the crossbow and you see lightning energy hit the bolt and cascades.
Nice.
Do you ever want to do anything else?
What else can I do? Can I go again? I don't think so. I mean, unless because I've been seen. That wasn't a sneak attack.
No.
No. Is this like the skeleton nearby?
Do you have two hands crossbows?
Hmm?
Do you have two hand crossbows?
I don't think so. I think
What
it was
about
just
the
one.
poisonous crossbow that you had?
Oh yeah, it is poisonous.
No. Was that the one you're using now?
Yeah.
That's what I'm using now.
Yeah. No, I've got nothing. I don't know what to do. Unless the skeleton is nearby.
You can throw a dagger.
Yeah, I'll throw a dagger.
Yeah.
Have a go.
You wanna throw it
I'm
at?
not red hot. I'll throw a
What
dagger.
do you want to throw it at?
At the stone, I guess.
Cool. Roll.
I mean, that was a 7.
7
So.
plus anything?
Plus dex plus proficiency, right?
So it's like a 9.
9 total.
Yeah.
So you-
Wait.
Wait.
What's your
hold on.
dex? Your dex is plus 2,
Plus 2, yeah.
and then plus proficiency, which is also plus 2.
Okay,
plus 4.
so it's an 11.
7. So you throw your dagger and it hits the soul stone, but it just clambers into it and it just falls out.
How many daggers
You can see it's
Right.
rotating. You can see within there's a part where you can see the internal part where darkness just seeps out of it. That ends your turn. Next turn is Gregory.
I'm gonna take suggestions as to what I do to this.
Thwack a zombie, mate.
Run up and punch it.
Yeah, take that down the
Punch it
skeleton.
real good.
Oh no, do Lazarus. What the fuck, yeah.
Get punched.
I mean, if Will's fucking
Don't do
wombo combo didn't do much, what's my...
You can see the
This is
stone
also-
itself is crackling, like it's clearly damaged.
It's
You
on
could,
its
like, wrestle-
last legs. Get up there and punch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Don't
get-
but Lazarus is in the
Don't
way.
get too
Punch
close.
him.
It's an altar. You can get around it.
Yeah, but he's gonna get a attack of
No,
opportunity, isn't
because
he?
you can
fast.
enter that space. If you move out of it, then you just.
Alright,
Fucking
okay,
go
yeah, I'll
invisible,
go.
asshole. That's what you do all the
Offer
time.
yourself
I
to-
can't.
offer
He has no
yourself to
short
Lazarus.
rest.
I offer myself to Lazarus.
Offer yourself and go inside its mind before it dies
No.
to see what
No,
happens.
just punch it.
I'm just gonna go and punch the crystal.
Oh,
Destroy.
it sounds like a
Roll
really
an attack.
boy thing to do.
It does sound like a real boy thing to do. but-
Yeah, well, it might work. We've not been very useful. Me.
Well,
very
it's
useful.
16.
Roll damage. It's a DC.
That was a really loud noise, I apologize. That's, well, it's 8 damage with my stick.
So,
So it does plus stick damage.
was it with your fist or with your stick?
With a stick. It's with the stick.
Oh no. Oh my god.
You run up towards the stone. It's rotating so slowly. What does it look like when you shatter the soul stone?
I'll tell you what it bloody looks like.
What?
Looks like a really good formed cricket. Just sort of... but not too hard, but just a... I'm done.
As like anime,
Hey,
Oh,
Batman,
like
hey,
anime.
Batman,
So okay, no, I
So
take
like
it all back.
it goes like
It goes like this, and it's just
the
the eyes,
Yeah.
and then like a glimmer of energy goes past my, and I go like this. I go, and I take my stick because it's a stick. I sort of do like this, and I run towards it with like one, sort of like this, like
Ninja
little feet steps, and then I sort of run, and it goes through it, and I'm sort of standing there. And then behind me, like the shot's here, and I'm sort of like this,
Oh
and then
my
behind me, there's sort of like a
We
tension.
get it, you do
There's
maths.
like a tension, and it's like, what happened?
And
And then just a second later, the crystal just beams of light
Oh
start
my
shooting
God.
out, and it flies apart.
And that's exactly what happens. You run through, and you see the light begin to cascade into the cavern walls. Lazarus looks towards you all and looks towards the soul stone and says, "It's too soon. No." And you can see the soul stone goes into itself, a little bead, and this large force.
And I say, "Sugoi."
As you all
Do not.
push against the walls, this large explosion echoes all the way through the heart.
Oh my God, Ellen!
It's the last one. It's the last one.
Is that what it looks like when all of the
As
bodies
you
like
push
come
your
off the
stick
thing?
through, you can, just as you get hit, see a small little leaf come off the stick. And you get blown to the ends of the room.
Does that hurt?
That's what will end it for today's session.
Oh!
Find out what happens next time.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Rocked
wow.
to my core. Rock'em sock'em.
Oh my God.
Well, my boss battle was...
It was pretty lit. It was just not what you
I'm
envisioned.
so sorry.
You
I'm
did
not. That was
so much
amazing.
damage.
Yeah, I was all 5s and 6s.
I was losing it.
Pretty
When
fucking
I
fun.
looked at those dice and I just saw like 6, 5. Like, no, it can't be. That's impossible.
It's over 9,000!
Is that the same
What are the
fireball?
energy readings?
Wow, that was, yeah.
was
Is that the
insane.
same fireball that I have in my storage fireballs?
many we missed?
Yes, but it's not as powerful.
What level was that?
They're not going to tell everyone.
They are going to tell exactly everyone. what
They're going to
do.
tell the
Moron.
proper authorities.
Oh my God.
I train my crossbow
Yeah,
on Gregory.
If you shoot me,
I get ready to
Machi-Pa,
witchbolt the
I
guards.
would never shoot.
Oh, I cast command on the guards.
which one?
Both of them. I'm sure you can do it as a group.